So,
Worth it.
on that note, last session was a fight against Audrima, or a fight against several mechs.
Or if you call it a fight, yes. But go
I
on.
call it a fight.
There were shots
would call it a fight.
exchanged.
Sleeper would call it a fight.
Information was definitely gained from it, and that information was that continuing the fight, while plausibly winnable, was not a guarantee, was even very far from a certainty, and would have exacted a heavy toll on the crew. And so the decision was made to surrender, and surrender to their demands that you allow them to board. Once you did so, they stopped trying to bomb into your ship, although they remained in place to do so in case you resumed hostilities once a pair of them came in through the airlock. You exchanged some pleasantries. They asked where was Portia Lynn. Made some strange references to cycles, and they were expecting you, and this has happened before. And then gave you permission to take a very high orbit around the planet Mectora, with some pretty dire warnings. Do not try to enter the planet's atmosphere, or sink in orbit. I know there's a more technical term for this. Probably decline your orbit. I also mentioned something about sending somebody with you to help Portia Lynn see the need to return to Audrima. Well, not return to Audrima, but to come to Audrima. There were some observations among the crew, and I believe even some questions to the Audrima, about Portia Lynn, why they were interested in her. The observations were that these, the Audrima, have capabilities, or exhibited capabilities, very similar to what you saw from Portia Lynn in battle. The questions were something along the line of her being one of them. Something to be explored more in more detail later. For now, let's go ahead and get in the frame. So what did you guys decide? Was that a near party wipe?
If the fight had played out.
See, that's the question though, isn't it? Because like, if the fight had played out, I could argue that we didn't let the fight play out. We stopped it before any of us, before any of the player characters particularly got into danger.
But then you wouldn't even have this counter, because that's the same situation you ran into with the bomb. If you had let it play out, then yeah, it would have been a near or full party wipe, but you stopped it.
That is what I was opening my mouth to say, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I jumped in.
I think it's fair to call it a near party wipe then.
It's fair to do that fairly frequently. I could argue that this time we actually stopped it of our own volition without psionic assistance, but then you could also argue that the psionics are part of our capabilities.
Let's not cast the psionics of the group out. they are contributing members.
I am one of the psionics of the group.
Back in, couldn't they?
Oh no, we didn't have a teleport at that point. No. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you more time, also because Genja's not here to contribute.
Well, I was going to say that I think after 9,815 sessions, it's maybe time to clear the counter. If nothing else, so that Jackal can go, what the fuck happened, when he comes back.
Alright, let me see if I can selectively get this with... You know what? I'm gonna... Oh, you guys are already on the maps layer. Perfect. Make sure you're all on the map layer. Yeah, the Raza token is not, so...
I should be able to help with deleting the stuff that was, originally mine.
No, I'll be able to select it all. It's fine. I mean, you certainly
I just
can,
wanted to know.
but it will be probably a lot easier for me.
Mm.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
oops.
that's okay. I was just trying to type it again. It's alright. Go ahead and delete it again.
Yeah, I accidentally got a couple characters in that sweep.
Oh dear.
There we go.
Okay.
And then I'll let you I couldn't see it on that. Okay. And a
And
secret
there we go.
message hidden in the symbol is now gone.
Yeah. In fairness, the 8s are no longer multiplying.
They are not.
Definitely no longer exist.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me bring you over to the ship screen and start some music up.
And so it goes.
I fixed all the NPCs. Hooray! Also,
Yay!
something name has a face.
Hooray.
Hooray. Indeed.
Hooray.
All right.
Oh, hey, I recognize some of these people. It's Ifrit. We've brought him along a lot.
Yeah. Hired him partway through in this, actually.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I decided that there was a chance that any new crew hired would be old names, and then rolled for which one it was.
Think. Oh, yep, Notario as well. For them. Axel.
No.
Didn't he betray us?
There was a
Weasel's a
conspiracy
little
that he
fuck.
might.
Oh.
Weasel's a little fuck. We haven't really given him like any screen time at all. He may betray us for that, honestly. Honestly, the part that I'm more interested in is, weren't you here for the troop distribution last session?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I said the part that I'm more interested in is, weren't you here for the troop distribution of last session?
Yes, but I didn't really look at this screen that much.
You know what, fair. Yeah. No, just like, everyone was here with their names and tokens and stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
I just
you
was
were.
not looking really closely last session.
Yeah.
You know what, fair.
To remind you of the crisis you avoided. I'll take you back to the map, ship screen. But yeah, the incoming players into Cycle 3, we gave them the choice of, actually the returning players, I should say, from Cycle 2 into Cycle 3, I give them the choice of any NPCs to be waiting for the Raza after the little tutorial section. And that was Acid, Libra, and Notario.
Fair enough.
So that's what you guys get to look forward to. Is picking some ex-Raza crew, some NPCs who will have been ex-Raza crew upon the starting of Cycle 4. But we've got at least...
So little faith on our ability to solve the cycles.
Right?
Right.
Well,
This is gonna be the end. How are you talking about?
Obviously, you didn't have me around last time.
how do I
therefore-
play this? What will make my players feel the best about going forward?
How do I trick them to keep playing?
I will say that, and I can honestly say that it is solvable. And with that probably not as cryptic as I hope comment, you're in orbit around Mectora. The planet is, through passive scans, you can tell many things about the planet already. It's got a lot of indium, first of all, which is a fairly valuable resource, actually, in production of, what's it, chips, circuits, I don't remember what else, stuff. It's a very valuable resource that they're sitting on.
I'm going to choose to assume that I misheard you and you didn't actually say they've got a lot of Indian, which is a valuable resource.
Indium.
Right. Right.
No, the Native Americans are on a different planet, and they are their own very special, valuable peoples.
Oh dear.
I don't know if I just committed some kind of, offense or something there. I hope not.
Probably,
Probably.
probably best not to dwell on it.
Probably correct. Um, you can tell that the temperature is not suitable for human habitation, and that the atmosphere is also not suitable. Um, it's very thick. Although if it weren't going to burn you, it's not so hot that it like sets you on fire, but it would start slowly cooking you. And the atmosphere is breathable if it weren't going to cook you. Um, Below you is sporadic mountain peaks in vast indium oceans. And uh, also of note is that Koana has been very worried about something about the end of the universe.
Right, yeah, she found out about that, didn't she?
She did. She did.
Oh dear.
Do you
Oh
want
dear.
to address that now, or do you want to give her some time and attend to what will surely be the mech or Audrima contacting you very soon?
Ah, shit. See, I kind of... I know that we should address it now. However, by far the best person to address it would be Das, who is hiding in the woods right now. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And we can't exactly leave it as a, oh, can we get Ginger to talk with Kwano over the week? Because, you know, it may be relevant again this session. But
Right. If you do want to hold off, I don't mind doing a flashback at our next session. Meowkin
Yeah.
will be missing. Will be gone from next session.
Mm.
So that will cut Doug out. I don't know if you wanted to have Doug talk to Kawana at all, Meowkin.
I mean, do you?
Probably not. I don't know. That's really Doug's forte.
Okay.
Mm.
Then that is a viable option for you. Just means that Meowkin doesn't get to watch the Kawana works.
I mean, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Mhm.
Worst case, if I really wanted to see, I could, just watch the VOD.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, I think we will point Das in the direction of that problem and get out of the way, and probably stay away from the kitchen as well, just in case, because I suspect this may involve Kate.
Okay. Then that makes a fairly easy reason why Das isn't present when you talk with Audrima.
So it does.
So a little bit later, you get a broadcast from the planet, um, an open video communication, and you're on the ship screen. You are. Why don't you go ahead and put onto the bridge anyone that wants to be there for this? Go ahead and move Shadow.
Well, actually, I was thinking I would go sit in my panic room for this one. I'm joking. I'll be there.
Where is the lab? I'm not real sure why there's actually a barracks box here. Like, when have we... I guess we have used the barracks box. I think I may have repurposed something here.
I think we've used it more than we've used the bridge box, which is above the actual bridge.
Yeah, the bridge box is there for when and if you get into combat.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right now it's for these two to hang out. Do, 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 do. You know what? Yeah, let's bring Acid, Notario, and is Libra's probably still beaten up enough that she won't be up for this kind of thing. Just because they are also, OG Raza.
No, Libra can come around if you want her to.
Yeah. Libra did get really beat up. Is she okay with that?
She definitely has some stiffness in her gait and some obvious tear in an arm that doesn't have full range of motion. But I believe most of the damage done to her was while wrestling with the one, right?
Don't remember honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. She didn't take any like actual bullets through casing or anything. Her hit point damage is a lot of wear and tear and stressed parts that will just need to be fixed up when one of the techs has time or acid.
No, I guess I probably more likely acid.
Yeah. But she's not missing parts. She's not leaking electricity or anything. She does look beat up, yes, but she's not so bad that she couldn't attend.
That's good then.
And if she's in any pain, she is not giving it any exhibit. Yeah, I'm thinking that we do use the airlock a fair amount, but the labs needs a permanent place.
The what?
The labs.
Yeah. Down here?
Well, that's where the section of rooms I'm using for impermanent places.
Oh, okay.
Those are my temporaries.
Okay.
So I'm gonna change the airlock there. You guys do a fair amount of research over there. There we go. And that's where acids. Oh, acids on the bridge. You brought her with you. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. In front of you on the screen is a panel of several mech that look a little bit older than the borders, but otherwise look like they could be twins or siblings. They all look very similar.
Twins is good type of siblings, but yeah.
And they open communication. We understand. Sorry. Arjama understands that you are the Raza, unidentified as such, but you do not have Portia Lynn with you.
Not.
Sounds about right.
Tell us more about where she is.
we
A
were
nice
all
place.
we were all struck with amnesia. I believe we mentioned that. Porcelain was hired back by Spectre Star on the basis of a pack of lies. And once we managed to convince her that they were lying to her and gave her a fragment of her memories back, uh, she decided to go and find her own way with the strength that she brings to all her decisions.
There's a little bit of a stir among them. She is separated from Spectre Star Technologies.
Hmm.
Uh,
Violently.
is she happy? These questions and comments, by the way, are coming from different members of the table seated before you.
Mm, that's a that's a difficult question because we met her as an enemy and then as a woman with her worldview upended, and you know, freshly reminded of some trauma.
Yeah, she had a bit of an axe to grind,
Mm,
which
mm.
understandable.
She may be happy now, who can say?
Eh,
But those were exceptional circumstances that we met her in.
how forthright we want to be here.
Eh. Do we have a reason not to be?
I don't think so. I mean, at the very least, these people don't work for Megacorps, right?
Yeah. I mean, if we
Or
do, then
let me see. They also mentioned the Vega. I don't think we have any reason to believe that they're working for them for the
Mm.
impatient, right?
Mm.
So with those out of the way, then yeah, I think
Mm.
I'm just wondering. It's like I was mentioning, she was looking for her child supposedly, right? That's where we left her on
Mhm.
Mamiera.
Yeah, she was just trying to find a way, I think.
But yeah, but I don't know that we had any leads on that specifically, but that's what she was going to be doing
Yeah, and
supposedly.
I also don't think that she's going to have nearly as much success at that as she would if we brought her here. Finding a place to be,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, but hindsight's 2020.
Mm.
Yep. Are you waiting for them, or am I waiting for you?
Um,
But
I was waiting to
yeah,
see
no,
how the rest of y'all feel. I think we'd just be outright with these guys.
yeah,
In which case,
like,
yeah, I think to
like I
let them
said,
know. Yeah, I was like, yeah, she left her. Supposedly, she was gonna see if she couldn't
exceptional
find her
circumstances.
kid. I'm actually really curious how they would react to mentioning Porcelain might have a child,
Mm. I'd
allegedly.
forgotten about that. I'll be honest. I'd forgotten about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that seems like something that would be interesting to them.
Mm.
It is. It is. There's some more stir. Um,
Mhm.
and then one of them looks back at the screen, but looks back at the camera. Porcelain has not had or mentioned a child in any previous meetings or references.
Percy just shrugs with a very neutral expression, like, I don't even bother saying that we've not got anything to add to that because we've not got anything to add to that.
Well, I mean, would say I wouldn't put it past Spectre Star to completely lie about that. Because I don't know
Mm.
that we had. I don't know there was another source.
Mm.
I don't know if there was anything else confirming that was even true.
Mm.
But Porcelain seemed convinced.
Audrima, we are dwelling too much on Porcelain's state of life when it's much more important what she does. Another one speaks up after that. You are right. Looks over at the screen, at the camera. You must bring Porcelain back into the fold and reinstate her as your captain.
I'm not totally comfortable with that. She's
Bringing
not
her back
really in her right mind.
bringing her back into the fold. I think once we tell her what you told us about what you have to offer her, then regardless of us, she will carve a path here. Putting her back in charge. As he says,
Wait and see.
inclining across Doug. No, not quite in her right mind.
I mean,
Particularly
if you
troubled
guys
at the
got some
moment.
real good therapists, maybe.
The Audrey you spoke with earlier was small-minded, but and spoke out of turn. But since it has been mentioned, there is one human in Tranquility that we would allow to leave.
Huh.
She is
A
good with
therapist?
the other humans and see things others do not.
Oh god, she's a therapist. In fairness, but like out of character, in fairness, we probably do. We all need a therapist.
I did say we need a therapist.
Oh dear.
Oh, did I forget to mention that part to you, Lulu? Yeah, they've mentioned several times throughout the many sessions that this crew needs a therapist really badly, so welcome to the crew.
God.
We all need so much therapy.
I mean, I guess technically I have the stat array for exactly that, but
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Why would you do this to yourself, Lulu?
I didn't expect it.
Raza, what did you expect?
We were all fine last. Well,
yeah.
We really leaned into the emotions of the memories this time.
Oh,
When we
absolutely.
went
Yeah.
into the QEDs.
to be fair, last time we did not even look into the QEDs for like.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I didn't even have a QED because I wasn't even. Yeah.
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 Cassie has trauma.
To be fair, this time you had Das, who had the QEDs on her the whole time.
Yeah.
We didn't have that last time, so we went like 3/4 of the entire game without him.
I don't think
Yeah,
you
no.
guys gave more than like 2 passing thoughts to, oh, here's a puzzle box. I wonder what's inside it.
Yeah, no, basically from when we got the puzzle box open, which was like, what, in the first 10 sessions?
Yeah.
We basically all came out, like, deeply upset to varying degrees in varying ways. And that was like 50 sessions ago, and we've been poking it ever since. Like a scanner doesn't go. Anyways,
That's fine.
Audrey's.
So yeah, Audrey has said that she is well liked among the humans and see things others do not.
And
Sounds like a therapist.
And you would send her with us?
With conditions.
Okay. What conditions and why? Not why the conditions, but why overall?
Conditions. Do not reveal anything of Audrima military strength, position, conditions of humans on Audrima, or of the mech.
Mhm.
And why? Audrima, in this seemingly unending war between space and other space,
Mhm.
is unaffected. Do not wish to get caught up in whatever danger the humans have created.
Didn't you just say something about humans on Audrey, though? Yeah. Yup, not important, not important.
I actually missed what Perch said about humans. What?
Not important. Not important was what I said.
What am I asking you to repeat that?
No. Oh dear.
I'll listen to it later. Mark a quick timestamp for me. 30 minutes in.
Ooh, even leave a note.
But yeah, yeah, passages like moving past that. Yeah, we'll take them, I guess.
We'll arrange for transportation. And send her, put her in your care.
Hmm.
There is another in Audrema that we have been unable to dislodge. Beth believes that she is of importance to the Raza.
Hmm. In all honesty, it sounded more like she was trying to convince us she was important so that we'd take her out of here. But with that
Yeah,
being
she's not
said,
kind of bored.
yeah. With that being said, I don't think there's a major good reason why not. So
Well, I mean, not really getting off on the right foot, are we? Or are we?
hmm.
Anyways, it's fine.
Beth has negotiated for. Well, hang on. Let me see. No, I don't think I'm giving Beth too much information, and thus the Audrema. So strike that. Um, the, what I just went through is that you guys didn't really make too much public noise about wanting a ship, wanting a fighter ship, right?
Not publicly, no.
Yeah, I almost did. Then I was like, maybe that's not a good idea.
Yeah, you kept things fairly under the weather.
Yeah.
Under the weather? Under the radar, you mean?
It could be both.
Okay, so then, yeah, then they leave it at Beth believing that she has information of importance to you, and they'll give you the location of a beacon that directly communicates with, where you can type in with Beth
Finally.
instead of just broadcasting to the entire everything.
Basically, have a private conversation for once.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't really seem to have anything else to say or tell you. They
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, they look back to the screen after a little bit of silent, some kind of silent communication, and then
Do I see any kind of communication beams coming in? I've got the Panspectral optics.
you don't. Bear in mind, you're also seeing whatever the camera they have on their side sees.
Fair, I suppose. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. And calling it communication is, I will admit, a bit misleading. It's more like a group of people sitting down and hearing something, and then just kind of all silently nodding in agreement in their own time. Not all at once. There's It's just kind of a group consensus to something unsaid.
Well, it's got to be unsettling.
Yeah, more than a little bit.
Hmm. One moment.
Okay.
I was about to type, but Lulu, I will leave that to your discretion. I do think that the others would enjoy it.
Oh dear.
My.
I'm just trying to think how that'd work. I can't.
Oh dear.
Okay. Yeah. Sure, we can do that.
Okay. Do you want to do that now, or do you
Oh,
want a little
yeah.
bit of time?
Up to you. I don't know. I don't know if you have anything else planned for this scene for now.
For this scene, no.
Thanks.
They're just going to tell you where to take orbit. Basically, move the ship somewhere where it's going to be more convenient for them to shuttle someone up.
Okay. Then yeah,
And
we can go ahead and do that now then.
planet side, your character has been told that she is leaving Mectora.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is not this does not come as a shock to my character, as she's told this. I think in context, would this be communicated to her remotely?
No, I don't think so. I think it makes sense culturally that the mech, when they do communicate with the humans on Tranquility, tend to do so in person.
Okay. Then I guess if you don't mind me setting the scene.
Absolutely, go ahead.
All right. Somewhere on the surface of Mectora, in a large office filled with various knickknacks, some new and some very, very old. Posters, trophies, an Alp horn for some reason. With a small note beneath it that says "Never again."
What was that last one?
An Alp horn.
Ah, Alp horn. I heard something less appropriate.
No,
Yeah.
no, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard elkhorn.
No, Alp horn, as in the big horn they used in the Alps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
I had sweet corn. No, I'm just joking. I didn't. I had something inappropriate as well.
But far older things as well. Notes, maps, a couple of cuneiform tablets, perhaps.
Oh dear.
A woman speaks to a couple of representatives of the MAC before in this office. She bows to them and says, "If that is the decision of Audrima, but if that be so, do they have Portia Lynn with them?"
Oh dear.
The mech, or now that we're on planet, I should say, Audrima responds, No, you will seek her out. Try to heal her.
For the Raza doesn't have her. With your permission, Audrima, I'd like it if the Raza were granted leave to land in Tranquili-tea, to visit us there, so we might explain the nature. Well, not even the nature exactly, but the urgency of what you need. I think if they could see us here, if we could speak to them here, or if I could speak to them here, might understand at least a little better why it is you need to see her soon, before the very end.
You know well that any human comes down to Tranquili-tea does not leave Tranquili-tea. Why do you ask us to forego millennia of tradition?
You're forgoing it here now, and this is the Raza. They're the only way to get Portia Lynn.
We do not even know if they are the right Raza.
They might not be. But a right Raza will come. And if they can see us now, then even if they're the wrong one, they might give us the means to reach the right one in the future. That's why you're sending me, after all, isn't it?
Look, go ahead and make a charisma talk check.
Let's go ahead and roll. Boop, 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 doop. Something, something name. That's me.
Come on, start as you mean to go on. Start as you mean to go on.
Well, yeah, don't say that.
You know it's going to be funny regardless what happens since I've said that. Why do you think I said it?
Yeah. Yeah, 16.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty strong opener. Couldn't ask for better than that to
Well,
show to the crew what they're
could.
getting.
Technically,
You could have
yeah,
asked
could have
for
been
one
17.
higher.
Oh, we are going to get along, Lulu.
Oh no, I do that? Hang on. Okay. Epic music plays as the request is considered. The hell? Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do something else and it's being really annoying about it. I'll deal with that in a second. And there's a pause as Audrima considers the merit of your words. And the mech in front of you then speaks. "24 hours, no more. They cannot take anything with them. Contact with other humans on Tranquili-tea must be limited. Sure you understand why.
Of course.
The ship cannot land, but if they are willing, We will bring them down. Record everything. We will also keep mark for mark as sensitive everything recorded by what would they call it? They wouldn't call it surveillance. I don't know. What do zookeepers call the cameras in the pens that they use to like make sure that the animals are safe? Monitoring.
Visual surveillance.
I feel like surveillance carries too much of a spy-like connotation, but I'll use it just understand it's not spying. It's like a baby monitor.
Like monitoring, yeah, like Tuva said.
Supervision.
Okay.
They tend to call them webcams or live cams.
Elf on a shelf.
I'd probably just use like supervision or something.
Okay.
Are you
Either
telling me they
that
have
or they. Go ahead.
Are you telling me they have
Okay,
an elf
yeah.
on a shelf for us?
Either that or they just name them after what's being watched. So like a
Yeah.
penguin cam.
Yeah.
We can be on the jumbotron.
They're all called penguin cams for some reason.
All right, then here it is.
Have to use the penguin cam to watch us.
They say that, or the Audruma says that, every interaction will be flagged as sensitive and for future review on the Tranquili-tea network.
Of course.
I like that, the Tranquili-tea network. It sounds so serene.
As ever, thank you for your wisdom, Audruma.
That mech nods and goes back to where he came, or to where he came from.
Okay. And then... Oh, hell. The Raz is actually here, huh? Well... And just claps her hands together, rubs them. Well then... Let's get ready.
Raza, you've got an incoming transmission.
Oh dear, what now? Decline. I have a suspicion that this isn't Lulu's character, and we're kind of in the middle of something. We're not really open to cold calls.
We wouldn't do that, right?
Right?
It is coming from the planet.
Fine.
I imagine we're probably expecting Beth, though.
Yeah. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Can we answer all snarky expecting Beth?
What's that?
Can we
No,
answer
but
all snarky expecting Beth?
let's wait and see
Oh,
who's
no.
calling first.
Get up on the wrong foot again. And then blame it on Beth again.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
no.
Okay, no, we won't do that.
Lulu, please do not make us reset the TPK counter again. We just fixed that.
Look, if you do, it's on you, not me.
It is the same kind of council setting as before, and the same older mech as before, and one of them speaks with barely a greeting. Says, let's see, how many do we do? There's. I want to make sure to get all the PCs, but also give you a. Okay, so we've got 3 of you here right now. The mech says, select 5 among your top crew, and wear your finest and least ostentatious garb. A ship A shuttle will be sent up. You will come down to Tranquility for a short visit.
Oh,
Out of
that's a
character,
good sign, right?
yeah, definitely. Out of character, finest and least ostentatious is a little bit of a contradiction in terms. Just a little bit.
It'd just be like a standard suit, really.
No, when you say finest and least ostentatious, I am going to bust out my 300
Simple,
credit pair of
elegant.
sweatpants.
Okay.
I mean, some finely crafted things can be non-ostentatious.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, for example, they seem to be dressed mostly in not grays, but off-white with kind of, I wouldn't say pastel, but muted trimmed colors or muted color trims. They could almost be called sweats, except they look much finer material than sweatpants.
Oh, you're kidding. I just joked about wearing my 300 credit sweatpants. That's real? Oh dear.
They're dressed kind of business casual breezy. Like, maybe that's not a great way of describing it. Like somebody that's wearing white slacks that look comfortable with a just kind of loose-ish top. Yeah. They're dressed very muted. Obviously, that was not the case for your boarders.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Do we have any? I was gonna say, do we have anything that's like good quality and not ostentatious? But do we even have anything good quality? Never mind whether it's ostentatious or not.
Well, I know that Das got quite a lot of clothing from Mona. Any one of you could have also gotten at least something.
Hmm. Hmm.
And now that I say that, the styles were not terribly dissimilar. Mona just had more in the way of robes.
Oh dear. Oh dear, the
Yeah, I was
Rancahoots.
good. I was just saying, there's a very Mona-like vibes, isn't it?
Rancahoots. Okay, next time we meet Rajon, everyone watch his face and see if he has an eye twitch when someone says Audrima. Oh dear.
I
Okay,
guess Miyoko will wear one of the robes from Moda then.
Yep.
I'm not actually sure if Percy would have taken fancy clothes from Mona. Hmm.
Anything but gray spacesuits.
What's wrong with the gray spacesuit?
They're so boring.
No, Percy's a very practical dude. I think I'm just going to be underdressed for this one. I just think he doesn't own anything that's like appropriate. I don't know what exactly he would wear, but I don't think he owns anything that is appropriately nice for what Audrima wants from us.
Actually, I feel like Doug might wear something that's perhaps a little bit ostentatious because like the finest things he's got were probably like shopping on La Miera.
Okay.
Oh dear. Right, I'm allowed to bring two more, aren't we? I would say Elise, but Jackal's not here. So I have had a highly entertaining thought.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I'm just saying, theoretically, they are expecting the Raza, so we should bring Raza people, right? Stairs in this direction.
To this direction.
That will surely go well.
Sorry, who are you looking at?
Whoop! Acid.
Oh.
Oh.
Who's one of the longest serving members that we have right now and is not beat up to fuck?
We can only bring 5.
Yeah, I know. But like, who else do you want to bring two other people that aren't acid? Oh, you know who we should bring? Asta. Partly as a guard, partly as a
Tourist?
anthropological nerd. Yeah, tourist. That's the word. Any objections? Excellent. Now,
Ah.
jokes aside, how do we actually feel about bringing acid?
How many are we?
I feel like acid's probably not a good choice, but
Yeah, probably, but I didn't have any other ideas and any other particular ideas, and I was waiting for either of you to say like anything.
I'm not here. I don't have input.
That's why I said either of you referring to those two.
Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't the 5 of us just be 5 then? Or am I
What?
wrong? Am I counting poorly? I might not be able to count.
I've excluded acid because Meowkin pointed out that it is in fact a terrible idea, which I knew. I was just trying to get either of you to express any opinions about this whatsoever. So there are 4 of us picked.
So there's 4
Oh.
players that are here.
Yeah, but one of them's already on the planet.
Yeah.
oh,
Right. So we have 2. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so we had 2 people. So Asta and not acid. So who else?
I think it would make sense, assuming that we are going to end the session on the planet, to bring our other PC.
I'm not convinced we're gonna
Even
end
if-
it on the planet. Like, it's a good thought, but I don't know.
I actually agree there. I don't think you'll end the session on the planet. At least that is not my
Okay.
intent. If you guys, I mean, I
8
can't account for
sessions.
player actions, so you
8
might.
sessions in Tranquility.
yeah.
Yeah, Lamiair 2.0. Yeah.
Reach level 10 on Tranquility. Reach 11 on Tranquility.
Oh dear.
Um. However, I don't want to dismiss Das. Do you think Genja would want Das to go? Because if that's the case, then we'll just include Das.
I feel like it's player character things, and therefore Ginja would probably want to be there just because it's player character things.
Okay.
For Das as a character, I'm not so sure, but maybe.
Could we ask a yes or no question, get a yes or no response? Is that like a reasonable thing to do?
I think
Don't know.
Genja is probably sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was the sleep schedule thing.
Yeah, they're catching up on sleep.
That was my
Okay.
understanding. Yeah.
All right.
So let's
fuck it, let's
leave
just-
Das. Let's mark the red Das at long. I will not count Das against your 5 if you have another NPC that you want to bring. I'll just say that they said 6, not 5. I can leave that kind of wobbly and let Ginja decide when they come back
I
if
mean,
they want Das to have gone.
I kind of don't have anyone else that I particularly want to be bringing along. Does anyone else?
If we're being as ostentatious as possible, it's Libra and Acid. Otherwise, F it. Bring Siri. Bring a Kevin. One of the Kevins, not both.
Bring Kevin 11, the one that we think's sleeping. Yeah, no, we're trying to be unostentatious.
But
You know, since we're looking at since I was looking at Razakru anyway, because Nox mentioned Acid and Libra, how about bringing Natario?
Yeah.
Like, I don't particularly see why, but if she's up for it, then sure.
we bring Prue.
They said crew, not Prue.
We misunderstood the assignment and brought Prue instead.
Well, crew is already on the planet.
Right, I'm
You're
forgetting
just
that's
making
a
an
person,
exchange
isn't
of similar names.
Right, that's a person, isn't it? I'm forgetting.
Yeah, you have a Prue with you.
No, I mean
Yes,
there's a
we
crew
have a
on the planet.
crew. They have a crew.
Yeah, I'm forgetting they have a
Yes.
crew.
Yep.
We secretly trade them out.
Oh dear.
Secretly is in quotes.
I'm
People
sure-
notice immediately.
Oh no.
I was gonna say, yeah, surely
Oh,
they would
no.
notice that.
All right. Lulu, your character is informed of imminent arrival and basically told to go to. It's effectively a processing center station receiving area for people who are brought to Tranquility. It's not really designed for guests. It's more designed for decontamination, um, reclothing, you know.
Mm-hmm. So I actually have a question. The Ruz has been publicly broadcasting messages to Beth, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Would every human here know that they're there?
Possibly also correct.
No, only those that have like hang on. So Tranquility does have to be domed because of the temperature and the air pressure.
Mhm.
And I don't.
I'm just thinking more like if there were people who were not like told to keep things quiet by the Audrima like my character was,
Mhm.
and had access to radios.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking.
Probable.
Is they're not controlling people, from having ham radios and other basic technology. So, yeah, there certainly are people who know.
I
Right.
thought there's
and-
probably not that much of a call for that as a hobby, though, since it's a thing on Earth because there's all sorts of stuff, signals traveling around. But I don't imagine that Ultima has it, so it's really only spying on other humans, if anything.
it,
But there's probably still a few.
Yeah.
it'd be more. I figure they have like radio stations. They have television and such. Like you.
Mhm.
Right. Those sorts of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
I
so you're
figured
right.
some people would pull
Some
up the
people know.
would pull that up. I'm also wondering, like, well, unless me or a predecessor of mine was specifically informed not to tell them about the Raza, I'd assume people know what the Raza is.
Dear.
I don't think anybody was specifically told not to. Let me clarify. The instructions to your character were more about I may have said don't tell anybody that they're here or intimated that. I didn't mean to. It's more that they don't really want the Raws interacting with the humans on Tranquility too much. They don't want them upsetting the peace.
Right.
Oh,
I'm mostly just pointing this out because, given the significance of Raza, like if some people knew what it was and like told other people, there might be a bit of a crowd gathered to at least watch, even if my character can tell them to stay to like keep a distance and back off, not to bother them.
Yes, yeah. There certainly is a small crowd. We're talking maybe in the couple dozens. It's growing. There's more interest gathering as more visibility of an interest is seen. You see a crowd, you wonder, "Ooh, what's the crowd about?"
Don't cause a fuss, everyone. Keep your distance.
I absolutely sense a fuss coming. I'm just not sure whether it's something a part of this.
And aboard the Raza, a shuttle is sent up, piloted by two of the mech. And those of you that have chosen to go board and comfortably be taken down to a domed city. There's a force field entrance into the hangar. The kind of truly sci-fi force field that lets a ship pass right through it, but keeps out the heat and the pressure from the heavy atmosphere. And you are. Let's see, are they going to? Of course, yeah, they're definitely going to search for weapons. They would have done that before actually bringing you on the shuttle. I should have started with that. Is anybody bringing weapons?
I think
I-
Myokin is supposed to carry one at all times, but it's just like a dagger.
Okay.
Did they say anything about don't bring weapons?
They did not say it when they had you on screen.
Look, I'm just saying, they want us to not be ostentatious. You know what's not ostentatious? Carrying a gun.
Um,
About that.
So, as Percy is preparing to board the shuttle, one of the Ojima holds a hand up and says, "You will not need that." Looks at the gun.
Percy looks at the gun, and then looks at the Ojima. Then back at the gun, then back at the Ojima. Raises an eyebrow.
If there is any violence in the city, you will be protected and will not need to participate. It will be safer if you don't.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Drop some guns on me. Nobody's actually quite sure where.
Well, you know, if this we're talking about a whole planet of these people, yeah, I'll just leave my explosives behind. They're not gonna do much good.
Look, I'm just saying, if they want me to disarm entirely, they're going to need to remove my arm. They're going to need to literally disarm me.
I know
But-
that.
Close enough. Oh dear.
They probably got the technology to detach or reattach it, right?
Let's not
No.
find out. Let's
I have never
No.
thought about that being part of the.
Aw.
I mean, I think
Let's not-
that's actually something you could do with upper TL4 stuff. So
Let's not find out.
Or no.
Oh dear.
They did not fuss about the knife.
Okay. I wasn't going to ask about the knife.
Nope.
I was going to ask if my psionic abilities still function.
Well, they do out in orbit so far. Nothing seems to be stopping that.
Oh, I thought we were inside the force field already.
No, I had to go back because I remembered that they did a weapons check back at the shuttle.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
I asked if we're inside the force field.
yeah. Once we're back in the current time, yes, there doesn't seem to be anything preventing you from teleporting.
Awesome. We have a back door.
Good.
And let's see. Body arsenal array. Does say only biomedical examination. Doesn't openly say, higher tech scanning. So I'll give that to you.
We need to take your pulse. Why is your arm ticking?
Medical condition. Don't worry about it.
You are escorted into from the shuttle. You're escorted into what looks, to all intents and purposes, like a kind of visitor slash refugee processing center. Um, it's not very large. Um, and there aren't very many Audrima or mech here. Those that are already moving to greet you. And Lulu, is this where you want to introduce your character, or is it going to be after they've had examinations and made sure that there's no, biological things that they're bringing aboard, bringing on the planet?
I think it would probably be after that point.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So they tell you that they do have to just check you for any kind of pathogens or other harms you might bring to the humans that live here. So there is a little bit of a medical examination here, but I'm not going to consider it extensive enough to detect the body arsenal array.
Yeah, probably just like checking your blood and
Yeah.
stuff for pathogens. Yeah.
Basically. If you were staying longer, they would of course do a more full medical exam, but right now they're just trying to make sure that you're not a disease disaster waiting to happen.
As far as I know, we're not.
Right? And so the 5 of you are processed. Asta is in Asta heaven right now. And
Starting to wonder if we should have brought in a member of the security team so that we had a member of the security team.
might not have been a bad idea.
We're here now.
Um,
Oh dear.
and it's all very clean and clinical and polite. By the time they've done their examination and fed it through results, which they have good medical technology, you can tell that by how quickly they're confident you do not bring anything more than a few various germs and things from different planets that are not going to be harmful to any of the humans here. And then they open a set of double doors into another kind of receiving area. Looks more comfortable than where you've just been, which is a set of rooms and hallways. Much of this is in the whites and grays that you're familiar with seeing, but there's also a few streaks of purple, not purple, light purple, lilac-ish. I believe about the color of indium, actually. And that's where, Lulu, if you'd like to describe your character.
Yeah. Dex, sorry to interrupt. I just lost internet connection. Please give me a second.
Okay.
I do kind of love the unintentional running joke is going on where it's just, Lulu, if you'd like to describe your character, not right now. Over and over.
I don't really have a choice right now. I'm. Give me a second to fix this.
Alright.
Try to pick.
Tribute, you did the last twice. Allow me to clarify, I'm just fucking with you.
Funny enough, I misremembered indium. It's silvery white. Not lilac. Why did I have lilac in mind?
Oh. It's often portrayed as like purple if they're trying to differentiate it from other materials in video games and stuff, but that's about all I got.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I may have been subconsciously influenced by that. because because Indium Flame is bluish purple, and the actual indium as a color is very purple. In fact, it's rosa purple.
Hmm.
And indium oxide as a powder is very blue.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, yeah. Its spectral line is purple indigo.
Tracks. Incidentally, how bad is my voiceover phone?
I had to turn it down from 150% to 75%.
Yeah,
So there's a
right.
very different difference in the volume, but it's fine now.
Yeah, if anything, you're actually a little bit clearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Let's see. I guess I can keep going like this for at least a few minutes. I'll let you know when I can hop back on the actual internet because yeah, internet service here kind of sucks.
So okay. All right. Yeah. This is certainly fine with me. As long as it's not putting you out. So, Lulu. They have just finished processing and are in what passes as a receiving area. It's never actually used as a receiving area because there's, you know, it's not like people come and visit their families here.
Right. That's true. So is it like a fairly small? Is it like a fairly small space then?
It's a fairly small space. There are a few comfortable looking, like plush chairs, single chairs along one wall. Um, a coffee table in the middle, and a planter in the corner, and the rest is just space to walk through. And that's what most of the time happens, is just walk right through it.
Okay. In that case, I think waiting in here then would be a young, like a youngish, like maybe like early 30s, late 20s at the earliest woman who's just like sort of like nervously tapping her foot and like trying to do some breathing exercises or something of the sort. Maybe like occasionally reading through a data pad as you all walk in, and as you do, she looks up looks at you, just gives you all a huge grin, raises her hand wave, and says, "All right, you're the Raza then, I take it."
Congratulations, ma'am, on winning the person who is happiest to meet us knowing who we are award.
Well,
Granted, it's a pretty small category, but still.
I mean, we
What was
have
it?
been waiting for you for a while, though I guess we always kind of expected you to show up around now.
God, why did I introduce us like that to someone who's earnestly excited to see it? Yeah, there was a hi. I'm Percy. Hold that hand.
It's fine. You're well, how do I put this? You're definitely different from what I expected, but at the same time, I expected you to be different.
So you expected us to be different from what you expected, and we are different from both what you expected and that. Just check I've got that right.
Yeah, it goes both ways, I
Yeah, no,
guess.
the amnesia will do that.
Well, not the amnesia. You know what? Partially the amnesia. In your case, specifically, partially the amnesia.
Does it help at all if I say that none of this is what we expected from Audrima?
Or no, because that also is something I expected. It's kind of a wash. Anyway, great to meet you.
Yeah, this yeah, being an Audrima has been one of the experiences of my life.
I imagine it has.
Percy's eye
Now,
twitches just a
I
little
did
bit,
want
just a tiny bit.
I did want to check really quick. None of you died, right? I did hear that you did something a little different from last time. That might have almost gotten all of you killed.
If I have to explain this one more time, I swear to... No, nobody died. Nobody died.
Oh,
important.
perfect. That would have been pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yep, this is Asta, and this is Miokin, and Doug, and Notario. And Percy gestures at the correct people.
Asta is wide-eyed, even to your character, and Natalia just kind of gives, inclines her head in a acknowledging nod, and continues looking around.
All right, hold on. Let me double check this. I point at Notario and say, "Oh, I remember you as well, or not remember, but I know you."
You know me?
Yeah, kind of. Here, come on. This will be easier to explain at the office.
Natalia looks at Percy and Doug.
Percy just sort of shrugs helplessly.
Yeah. Lulu, Asta was also part of the last crew.
Oh, shoot, she was.
Yeah, she was your
You're right.
xenophile.
It's funny
You're
this
right.
way. It's funny
You
this
are
way.
right. I point at both of them then and say, I vaguely remember both of you.
Asta is doing what she can to keep her mouth closed, her jaws together.
Oh dear.
Ah, so you ended up on the Raza this time too, huh?
Mm.
Cool. Anyway, I've got a car waiting outside, so.
Sure? Sure.
From Notario. Huh. I didn't expect this place to have cars for some reason.
Yeah, same. Same. As they're walking over, Percy leans over
Hold
to
on.
Asta. I just...
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright,
back.
let me change your volume again.
Yeah, same.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But yeah, as we're walking over to the rumored car, Percy leans across, just, like, falls in step next to Asta, leans across a bit and whispers, "I can see your jaw twitching. Are you trying to stop yourself from squealing with glee?"
Yes!
Oh, yeah, that was like an octave higher than she normally is.
Well,
Everything she's saying at this place, human aliens.
no, not human. Well, I mean, kind of. We're all human here.
All human? There's no crossbreeding?
With
I'm sorry.
no,
That's
it's perfectly fine. You were like this the last time too. No, I. Well, hold on. Let me think. Actually, don't know the answer to that one, Dex.
There really isn't, no.
Yeah. No, there's none with the mech, though. You're right. They are human aliens, I suppose.
Is it even possible, like genetically?
For the mech to crossbreed with humans?
Yeah, you know how species when they drift, like, I get that. Well, what are the mech? They look human, so they had to have come from human, right?
I mean, well,
Did humans come from them?
no. They definitely came from humans. It's just Oh. Man, this is a tricky This is going to be a trickier job than I thought. I would.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you expect us to know all about these human aliens that we didn't know existed?
Well, I don't know how much you know and don't know, because I imagine what you know and don't know is different from what you knew and didn't know last time.
This is from Natario again. This past us is still blowing my mind.
You know, with the amount of times in the past, Percy looks at Lulu. Did your character's name actually get said yet?
Nope.
Okay. With the amount of times that, shit. Sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, well, you can call me V or Vivi or, well, Jill if you like. But my name is Virgilia. Appropriate one, I think, because, well, Percy, this cycle I get to be your guides into hell.
Wait,
Come on, then.
wait, we're not already there?
Not quite yet.
Oh shit. But yeah, like I was saying, given the amount of times in the past 10 minutes that you've compared us to our past cycle selves, if anything, I feel like we should be. Percy looks back to Notario. If anything, I feel like we should be being weirder.
Nah, I'm still trying to process it.
That's okay. Catch up when you're ready.
Let's see.
See, cars are barely the same. By the way, Lulu, I've decided that the mech typically travel on hovercycles when they're traveling within Tranquility.
That's fair, but I have a group of people I need to transport securely.
Oh yeah. It was just a background flavor for how did the mech get around Tranquility? Well, it's hovercycles.
Do we see that? Because Doug wants to have a look at one.
Give us several hovercycles then, obviously.
There would be some zooming around, yeah.
I've got one back at my apartment if you want to take a look at it. Just keep in mind you're not allowed to. Don't go poking around in the internals or anything. It'll upset
Oh,
Audra.
that's all the good parts are.
Yeah, no, you're going to need to hold his hands while he's watching it. If that's what you want to happen.
I'll keep that in mind. Just be careful. I'd rather not. I'd rather not do anything to upset our hosts. After all, especially took quite a bit to persuade them to let you come down after what happened up there.
When they threatened us and then started a fight when we responded to the threat the same way we respond to every threat.
I still maintain it was Beth's fault.
Last time you came here peacefully. I don't know what to tell you.
This time they said, "Hey."
I mean, you say last time, but we certainly don't remember that.
Right.
Again,
like
the point is,
they came to us and said, "Hey, stop! You will be boarded," which is aggressive. So we went, "No," and then they teleported on us with guns.
I mean, well, that's just it. Last time you were fine with that.
How would we be fine with that?
I don't know.
How did we survive long enough to make it here last time if we were that trusting? How did we make it here last time?
What's that? Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Oh, how did we make it here last time if we were that trusting?
Oh no, trusting is the word.
Trusting, yeah.
I mean, they said, "Let us board your ship," and we went, "Okay." And with that lack of self-preservation instincts, we still made it here.
It worked for him.
Huh.
Still, yeah. Don't touch anything too much. I know it's all very strange to you, but like I said, it took quite a bit to get you to ensure Audrema would allow you to come down this time, and next time I'd rather there still be a chance of that.
The temptation to just poke things when V's not
I mean,
looking is
wow.
powerful. I'm probably not going to, but the temptation is powerful.
Right?
Also,
I mean,
they
you
ca-
just,
also
put
they,
that right in front of us. Expect us not to poke it.
I mean, the mech can still kill you. I don't think they will, but they could.
I mean, I could
All right,
probably
I guess I
teleport,
could just
doesn't
decide
actually-
we're quote unquote the wrong Raza, whatever the hell that means.
Here,
yeah.
come on.
Are there several of us?
What's that?
Are there several of us? Is there another person out there?
There will be,
Oh,
and there
dear.
was.
Oh god.
Well, at least it's not. There is.
I don't think there is.
For the scene,
probably
by the way,
is.
I'm assuming that the vehicle is en route.
Yeah, having an evil twin running around, or a more good twin, like a more virtuous twin, is the last thing that I need right now.
Last time was a more paranoid twin.
More paranoid. You're shitting me, mate.
No. At least I'm told that. I never met. I don't have any memory of meeting him, and I don't have any records of being involved with someone who met him. But I'm told the last proper Raza crew included him.
Fucking. How even?
Anyway, car's here.
How in the hell? Like Percy just sort of autopilots himself into the car.
As an aside, Dex,
Mhm.
how are you liking this character being extremely different from Jai so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm so happy we do not have a repeat Jai. I mean, Jai was great, but I'm very happy.
All right.
Yeah. Wasn't Jai wasn't Jai to a doctor as a necromancer is to a healer?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Yeah. And I just wanted to check I understood that properly. Like technically I'm doing the same thing, realistically.
It's not an inaccurate description, in any case. Yeah. I'll go ahead and hop in the car and take them like 10 meters up so they can get a nice view of the city as we drive over to the office.
Okay.
Fucking hell. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me at this point that we're getting to be like a little bit off the ground because we're so used to being a big bit off the ground. But fucking hell.
It's a grav car. Now, as a reminder, Dex, you did say that the grav car is something I could take with me, correct?
I don't
It's
remember
fine
hearing that.
if it's fine if you want to walk that.
Yeah, I didn't agree to that.
I
I don't really.
thought you wanted a hover cycle.
Oh, yeah, I can take another hover cycle. That's perfectly fine.
Okay. I don't think I ever actually reached a conclusion on that, to be honest. I think I got distracted. Oh yeah, you know what? If I was talking about what kind of mods you might have, then yes, I think I indirectly came to a conclusion that yes, you could.
Okay. It doesn't really matter that much.
Okay. I'll say grav car or hover cycle. Either one is fine. I don't think it matters too much. They're going to be wary about what advancements they've made to tech leaving Audrema. But you rolled a 16, so I'm not, gonna fuss about it.
No.
You managed to convince them that it'll be okay somehow.
Oh wow, you really are expecting a different Raz, aren't you?
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Odds are we'll all die before it matters anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope you're not planning on coming back here.
We'll see. So, how was your trip? Since you woke up, I mean,
Brawl?
not the trip to not the trip to Audrima specifically.
Confusion, and then trauma, and then moments of competence, and less trauma lately, admittedly, but a bit more confusion and a little bit of cosmic dread lately for space.
Yeah, it'll spike again. Don't worry about it.
Oh goody.
Still, at least that seems to track with what I've got from the last go around.
Do you want to explain that anytime?
Well, that's why we're going to the office.
Right.
Right.
You're just gonna keep bringing it up.
It looks like you people could really use a drink. Now, do you prefer tea or coffee?
Whiskey.
Do we have whiskey?
Yeah, I think they would allow humans to have some minor recreational drugs.
Okay. I've got some of that in the office.
Yes.
Okay. Dixie, do you want to describe the city at all as we're going over it?
Yeah. It's a city that looks like it was designed for the purpose of public space. It's all very neat and clean. It's not entirely unlike you would see on Lamiera with their emphasis on things being beautiful and clean, but not to such strict extent as Lamiera. Like, you see litter. The people do sometimes just drop their shit where they are. And everything isn't spotless, but it's a more human-centric, human mood-centric, with park spaces and plenty of kind of open living under the dome. Plenty of public space, plenty of pleasant park space. There's still lots of whites, and there aren't too many. There are very few roads bisecting anything. Most of it is walking paths and trails in various designs and engaging patterns. The vehicles that you see are all almost entirely hover cycles and grav cars, and they fly at two levels, one about 6 meters up and one at about 10 meters up. Here, the extent of most normal grav vehicle technology. And yeah, one last descriptor that kind of comes to mind is that it would all be built as kind of amphitheater-like, with a slightly lower in the center of the city than the outer rings, making it look a little bit bigger than it actually is, because there's not much in the way of skyscrapers or tall buildings. The sky is pink, not pink, lilac, because of the Intium and the sun and the dome.
So this is the city. Most of this is either residential or preserve. There are a few entertainment centers there. It's a nice place. And I suppose I will both do and don't know differently, or can and can't know differently. Not sure how to phrase that one. Oh, how are you liking it? Hello?
The background music is approximately
like-
what's going through. The background music is what's going through Percy's head right now. He doesn't really answer.
Sorry, liking the planet
Yeah.
or liking Tranquility?
Yeah, both really.
I mean, it's odd that it's not the first time I've seen a highly advanced place that
Human civilization, depending on whether you count the mech themselves, Tranquility would have been here for, about 15,000 years now? 16,000? That sounds right.
huh.
And I believe it's currently the year, what, like 3,000? Dex?
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like that doesn't track.
So the current year is 3251. And hang on, I actually made some notes about how old Tranquility actually is now.
Was Tranquility around before last cycle? I don't remember.
I guess it didn't come up.
It was, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because I guess they're still taking humans.
Yeah. Well, let's you said 15,000 years. Let me see. It's like, okay. Yes. I think 15,000 years is correct. Sorry. The time stuff plays fuckery with my brain too. So.
It's fine. I've basically just been only doing time fuckery stuff for my introduction.
Yeah, so much of it.
It's fun for
Well-
me.
Well, I hope you're enjoying it. Percy sure as shit isn't.
Yeah, that makes it even better.
Yeah, just if he gets snippy, don't take it personally. He's not me.
No, I understand.
So just to confirm though, that would basically be before humans were spaceborne.
It would be before
Right.
human civilization at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really track.
Well, yeah, of course.
Your presentation includes that, I'm sure. Right. Let's get to the office already.
Okay. We'll take the car down to the office. I assume it would be in one of the taller. Hold on. Would it be more modern or more ancient?
Regardless, I want to say Doug's gonna aside to Percy. It's like, if I didn't know any better, I'd say V here really enjoys making things confusing.
Percy's still kind of out to lunch.
I think it
It's a
would
great
be.
effect, apparently.
I think it would be modernized.
Okay. All right. That's great. I was wondering if it was a modern building or like a ziggurat or something.
No, I think they'd go modern.
Okay. I'll take us down in front of this modern building and open the doors and just start gesture for them to come along and come in.
Alright, well, Notario
I'm
is.
pretty eager to.
You said not very eager to, or very?
I'm quite eager to, because
Okay.
all this confusion.
Yeah. And also whiskey.
And also whiskey. Good. You all enter into V's office. What would humans have more or less say over what the aesthetics of these places look like, with the exception that the buildings and the construction and stuff is modern styles and sensibilities. And by sensibilities, I do not mean cloistered office culture. More.
Well, my impression would be it's. I can't remember the name of the artistic style this would be. I guess I kind of
Eclectic?
imagine it as a lot of like very flowing buildings. Kind of evocative of like waves or similar. Very celestial, almost. Not to the same extent as the mech themselves are, but evocative of similar things. Sort of mimicking their aesthetic to some extent.
Yeah, it could be. In fact, that sparks some memory of something that I think I might have written along those lines.
But also, this is your office, right? Because I want Doug to point out. I was like, is that an out porn?
Oh,
Never mind.
yes, it's an Alporn. She looks very sudden, like she'd been all energy before. Suddenly, she looks just exhausted.
Oh, did Doug try and start a band in every timeline?
No. No, it's not anything about a band.
Oh, good, you have that. to look
My
forward to.
predecessor decided to keep that one, and I'd feel bad to get rid of it. Technically, that's a cult object, though.
Cult object?
Yeah, there was this yodeling cult a few centuries back. Anyway, whiskey, right?
I'm good for some whiskey.
Yeah, she'll go over to, I guess like a liquor cabinet in the corner of the office with all these knickknacks in it. She'll pluck that out. You can see, like, I think over the back of her head, some like truly ancient pictures, or like ones extremely carefully preserved, that have like the faces of all of the old Raza crew. So like of the people here, it'd be like Percy, Natario, Asta.
Yeah.
Probably also the ones known to have been on the Raza as well. So that'd also be Das.
At least.
Yeah. Zoe LaRue, Jairao.
Are they separated?
Yeah.
Like the ones that were actually there, it's like, huh.
The ones we knew were on the Raza, the ones that were on it during the whole of the significant point of the cycle. Anyway, she'll pour out the whiskey. All of you? All of you want some?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine with just water or tea, thanks.
Asta also wants tea.
All right. She'll set some to boiling and pour it out for you.
And yes, I've confirmed that about 15,000 years for the city of Tranquility is correct.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, Tranquility was built at the start of the second. Well, let's see. It would have been built in. It was built in. God, what was the exact date?
Sorry,
I'm trying to look this up. So it was built when the mech rescued a few humans from a Spectre Star ship, I believe.
Do you? I like to. Would it be some point in the? No, it wouldn't be really much in the future, would it? But it wouldn't be nearly
No, it
far
was
enough
it
in
was
the
an,
past to make sense.
like it would have been in, I want to say 3100 something. Does
That doesn't
that
sound like
sound right?
15,000 years at all.
Well, it was 3100 and 3100 several cycles ago, so it was 3100, and then it was like 4000 BC for a bit, and then we came back up here.
I'm
You know
gonna
how it is.
throw a little bit at a little bit of numbers at you. So by my timeline, the first recapture or the first time that Audruma captured the Spectre Star Technologies ship in Cycle 1, 2525.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And they would have free to live in Tranquility is what my note says. So Tranquility already existed at that point. So yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the date that she can give us. Built,
Sure.
let's say 100 years before that.
Okay, that works. So Tranquility was built in the 2400s. It was built 700 years ago in the 2400, 800 years ago.
Yeah, but didn't you say 15,000 years ago?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
you
built.
definitely.
It was
Yeah,
built. It was built 700 years ago, which was also 15,000 years ago. You follow?
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense.
Not
Yeah,
at all.
sure.
Not at all. No.
Are you familiar with the concept of kalpas?
Nope.
No, that's jumping a little bit far. Okay. Are
Asta
you familiar with
brings
the
up.
concept of eternal recurrence?
Nope.
All right. Have you watched Groundhog Day?
What? What hog day? What?
Never mind.
Are you saying that?
Oh, like a time loop.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Oh.
Are the
Oh.
Audruma time travelers?
Kind of. They don't really have a choice in the matter, though.
Oh, so they're stuck in a time loop. How long is it?
Oh,
15,000 years, you said?
no. It's between 7,000 and 8,000 years.
I can give you an
Okay.
exact number if you want, Lulu.
This is funnier.
Yes, actually. Please do.
All right. Where are you? There you go.
Yeah, 7,742 years in total. And we're in. Hold on. Are we in the 7,740th of those?
Let's see. They
Black ships will be here within 10 years, if that helps.
approximately yes.
Okay. So about 7,742 years. We're about 7,740 along.
Right, they did say something about the universe ending in less than 5 years, didn't they?
Yep.
Oh, goody. Well,
Well, I mean, in principle, unless that was averted, which would be ideal.
I mean, yeah, but... Okay, so... Fucking... Time loops. You said something about averting it.
Yeah,
Is that possible?
I hope so.
Okay, how?
What do you know about the Infoverse?
Oh, we do actually know some stuff about this one. Fucking... Oh, Prue and Will told us some stuff about it, I think. We have the info drive, which flips us briefly through
The
it.
condensers that draw the energy from it, right?
Yeah, that's where condensers pull energy from,
Yeah, we
roughly.
know all about the condensers. We all know about something about the impatient.
Yeah, we heard about them. That was where we were going to go and look for clues next.
Yeah.
Just go and bully them. Fucking... We've met a few Vega. Prue and Rule seemed surprised that we were sapient, not androids, etc. Because we had some shit about human minds, like leaving some imprint in the universe or something, and we weren't.
Because your minds were erased.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the memories.
Yep. That tracks
Yeah,
so far.
And so they were surprised that we had minds at all. Like it was only when they made touch. Wait, no, I'm just assuming that you know who Prue and Rule are. Do you know who Prue and Rule are?
Yep.
Okay, that makes life easier. Yeah, their range for like sensing minds is really short because they've been stuck in those bodies for fucking hundreds of years. Um, but when they touched, like when they got that close to someone who wasn't one of the vacant, they were just like, "Oh right, yeah, no, that word makes sense. Yeah, you are vacant. Yeah, these people do have souls. We just have short range. What's wrong with you people?" But they didn't seem to know that much more about it. Infamous. Do we know anything else about the? Honestly, Infamous sort of turns to Doug. I think the ship goes through the Infraverse right when it's jumping. So if anyone knows anything about it, if you'll excuse me, while Doug is either talking or not talking, Percy just
Oh,
fucking slugs the whiskey.
I was muted because it's sneezing. Yeah, I was like, no, that's the. Gosh, why do I want to say metaverse? It's not metaverse, is it? It's,
I'd like to jump in with a correction. It is infraworld, not infraverse.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought. But I was playing
Yeah.
along.
You're
Look, I'm operating on
Meta space. That's what I'm thinking of.
vague
Yeah.
memories from several years ago.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And,
Yeah.
and if you want it to be in character to call it the wrong thing, that's fine too.
Okay.
I will not stop that. I just wanted to clarify that all of my notes will say Infraworld. So if you get it stuck in your head that it's Infraverse, just accept that I'm also going to call it Infraworld.
Okay.
Look, if we get it wrong enough times, eventually Dex will too, and we can laugh at him because he's meant to know better.
At this point,
Yes.
I'm about to change Portia Lynn's name
Oh yeah,
because it's been misspelled more often than right.
Mhm.
Because we were told initially it was spelled wrong, and we assumed that it was. And it's apparently not. Anyways, yeah, Percy just should have dug about the spike drive thing, etc., etc. You know the one.
The infradrive.
Yeah, and the fact that we go through metaspace and stuff, and therefore the engineer who handles. the
Yeah, no,
situation-
no, metaspace and Everworld ain't the same thing.
Oh, never mind. No. It shows you how much I know about it.
That's fine.
But yeah,
You-
Doug doesn't
you do
provide
know
any.
a
Percy
few
just
things,
like,
though. In 2 years, the infraworld will consume most of our universe. And then things will reset.
I'm too sober for this shit. Can I get another whiskey?
Pours him another whiskey.
Glug.
From Asta, what does it mean when it resets?
Well,
Yeah, I thought it was
hard
more
to
like
explain.
the big grunt. Oh wait, no.
Yeah. Time loop. We go around again.
Yes, it's
Different
it's time loop. I'm trying to think the best way to say this. I don't know.
Oh God.
That's
really
one
are
of those
doing
things.
Not a great
I've
way
got-
to say it.
We really are doing, don't we?
I've got there's some clues. We think that there might have been someone made something to cause something to happen if this ever happened.
Oh, well, that narrows it down.
Yeah. Tiamat.
Oh. Oh, I've had a thought.
Tiamat.
Percy sort of turns and looks at Doug. You remember that box?
Which box?
The one that at least stopped us from pressing the button on.
I mean, it's more of a set of pieces with some stuff.
The
I
thing.
don't know
You
if it's a
remember?
box, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The thing, yeah.
I mean, think that's Tiamat?
Honestly, given that
Or
we turned
Tiamat?
out, given that we turned out to have a full set of QEDs and an info drive on our ship the whole time, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Percy turns back to V and explains about the I don't even remember what the physical form of the thing was, but it was like a small handheld thing which had a button on it that we found somewhere at random on the ship on like session 2.
Yeah, I suppose we'll describe that. Yeah, it's the Well, I could tell Jai what it actually is.
Yeah, we
Go
Here, hold
ahead
on.
and tell me because I'm not remembering this.
yeah, I'm talking out of character.
There you go. I just messaged you what what
Oh,
we're
that
talking
fucking
about.
thing. Okay.
That's what we're trying to describe to you. I know it's not what you're talking about.
Oh
That
god.
response.
Did you press it?
We did.
Well,
Did you all
we
die?
knew what it was before we pressed it, and we pressed it
Did-
at a very specific point.
Yeah.
Bleh. Yeah, spoilers, I say.
Actually, I mean, this would be a great time to relay what happened, for V to tell us,
Oh.
how that happened last like what last
I'm
time.
trying to.
But yeah,
I'm
personally,
trying to
Nugget,
decide if
why?
that's information I would remember.
I should clarify. We were about to press the button
Sure.
on it at the end of the second session, and then
Mhm.
we saw weird metaspace bullshit happening, and the ship vanishing in a flash of white, and then it turned out that was all a vision that our precog was having, and the realized was about to press the button, and she went, "No, do not!" And we've never touched it since.
Right.
That was in your TPK.
Yep.
That was where the count started.
Yep.
That sounds familiar. Hold on.
I think at most what V would know about this is if I don't think that would have made it into the stories that and the records that V has.
Right.
It
Any
wasn't
flashes of memory? Flashes of memory there. I don't remember. If,
Okay, you know what? That's actually I think fair. Yes, because there was it was an impactful moment when, if you remember, when you guys used it and you were hemming and hawing about whether the Union ships were going to get redirected somewhere or just die out in metaspace.
right.
That was an impactful moment, and
Yeah,
so
I remember that now.
would be
Okay.
some vagueness, however much vagueness of a memory you want it to be, but it lingers.
Right. Huh.
It
You're
is an
talking about
unpleasant one at the very least.
You're talking about the white hole bomb?
Oh dear. Is that what it is?
Kind of.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh, I don't remember much about this. It consumes metaspace.
That.
And then
sounds
releases it.
That sounds menacing.
It's could be useful.
I mean, yeah, if we're as long as we're not.
I mean,
in
bombs
the-
are often useful.
You're biased.
I don't think you ever used it as a bomb.
Really no, huh? As what then? Like, how do you? Oh, right, like a power source somehow or something. I don't know.
No, it was used to disrupt things. The bomb's not. The bomb wasn't.
You can
as
say that's what a
important.
bomb does too.
Well,
yeah,
the bomb part wasn't as important. It was the energy gathered for it, I think. Because remember, it consumed metaspace. I don't remember what that did.
Well, regardless,
Well,
you said it's a white hole bomb.
Spike,
It's not.
spike driving ships travel through metaspace.
I was gonna say, could I do the pilot to
Oh yeah,
information.
that's actually a really good question. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Let me just drop myself down to 2d6.
Wait, wouldn't you have specialist pilot, right? Or
No,
is
I
that
have.
that's level 10? Okay.
Oh dear.
That is still perfectly sufficient to know that, yeah, changing metaspace while ships are traveling through it is it's basically a guaranteed mishap. Um, if if their description of consuming metaspace is accurate, that's not just a mishap. That's just lost until metaspace until the spike drive can no longer protect them from the ravages of metaspace, and then it's death.
Okay, so only if we definitely have a way back into normal space, which why would we have such a thing?
Oh, you have the infra drive, don't you?
Would that work?
It doesn't go through. Well, I mean, if you fix
Not
it,
my
it doesn't
skill
go
set.
through metaspace, does it?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. It's not my skill set.
Our ship can't run it right now.
What's that?
We have it, but yeah, ship drive needs to be brought up to par, so to speak.
Yeah,
That's
we
fine.
didn't upgrade yet because Drive 3 not super exceptional. Drive 6 fucking insane.
Wow. Plus, we'd like to have all our guns.
Yeah, that too.
That's understandable. I don't think you had it last time either. Though I think you were missing some specific parts.
Oh no, we're good on that front. I think. Are we? We good on that front?
Yeah, we just need to repair the
But-
ship itself.
Yeah, we
Mm.
mostly
Did
just
you-
need.
did you rate-
Basically, we just need spare parts at this point. Might
Yeah.
need a free tech or two, but
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
some time,
fortunate.
and some money, etc.
Well,
yeah, we need a materials free tech
Mm.
component, and then obviously a
Figures.
crap ton of spare parts.
One of the big reasons we were out here.
Actually, we were
I mean, we weren't gonna salvage something fierce out here.
Yeah, maybe.
we're kind of thinking we might be able to, but obviously I don't know that salvaging's a good idea around here.
Well,
It
yeah,
isn't.
we know that. We know
Okay,
that
me.
now. We didn't think we didn't think we were going to run into anyone before. So, obviously, yeah.
It would be nice to have one of them fighters, though.
Yeah, but
I don't think they'll never give you that.
yeah, we realize.
I remember when I was really young, I tried really hard to persuade them to give me one. Did not budge an inch.
Yeah, how old are you anyway? You talk like I was a long time ago.
Oh, me? 29.
Huh. You were talking about like it was like 300 years ago or some shit.
Well, no, that stuff was
Back in the annals of history when I was young.
that stuff would have been 7,740 to 50 years ago.
There it is. There
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I remember some of it.
Wait, so did you come here with us before and just get left behind somehow?
Kind of. Some of me, anyway.
You know what? No, not even gonna unpack that. Right now. So, the white space bomb you were talking about is not the thing that you were talking about that we can use to not end the universe.
Right. I don't know what you can use to not end the universe, or I mean
Well,
it might be involved. I don't know exactly.
Well, fuck.
That's I was kind of hoping you'd know a little bit more there.
And after
That's a bit of
having
a
known
tall
this,
ask.
yeah, after having known this for a couple of hours, do you do you and the Aldermans expect us to know like anything about what's going on? Oh, question actually. Were we in cahoots with y'all before we lost our memories?
Like in this cycle?
Yeah.
I'll need Dex to answer that one.
That's a big nope.
Hmm. Okay. Oh.
Afraid not. This is the first time I'm seeing you.
Eh.
If you were, Audrima never told me.
Yeah. Right. So, if anything, that's probably a good thing. I don't acknowledge UAD dip. Okay. Yeah. Was kinda hoping that like ending the universe would be something that the impatient had to actively do, so we could just go and stop them.
Well,
The
I mean
fact-
that is a possibility.
the fact no, you made it sound like it's a thing that's just going to happen and we need to actively stop it, rather than
Well, I don't think so.
like is the default state of the universe ending or not ending?
That's a very complicated question.
Oh fuck. For the purposes of what is happening in the next 2 years, if humans go extinct in the next year, is the universe still going to reset in 2 years?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, default yes. We need to stop it. Great.
I'm gonna
I
butt
already-
in here with some information.
Okay.
One, Kana. Kana has detected some psychics in the city. They're very, very few and far between, and I can't imagine that she would have detected more than, let's say, 2.
Okay.
She has not seen any psychics among the Audrima, and it's easy to tell who is Audrima because they all look the same, or very close to it. And the other
Till
thing
this
I was,
moment. Go ahead, finish, please.
the other thing I was going to point out is that V would probably, I think, know that Beth is the custodian of data from the previous cycle.
That's correct. She.
Yeah.
I think we made a joke about her yelling things at Beth earlier while stuff was happening. If it's okay with you, I think she'd probably be close enough with Beth that that's exactly what happened.
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Beth is, as you may remember from April, sarcastic and flat. I don't think Lulu will get this reference, but some of the others of you might. Her personality is modeled after April from Parks and Rec.
No, I've actually watched
Oh,
Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay.
I think I also get this one. Wow.
Oh, wow. Holy crap.
It's not missing me, sorry.
But what I was going to say is, well, I hadn't pegged Myokin for a racist until just now. All mechs look the same. Jesus.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
No, they're all biologically very similar. There's it's very interesting. But
It's a bit.
I don't think that was in character, yeah.
Okay. I've seen Parks and Rec, but I cannot remember it that well.
Well,
mean
if
you
you've seen
can't
Parks and Rec,
recollect
then you
that?
remember April, because April is unforgettable.
Yes, I remember the core cast.
You mean you're having trouble recollecting it?
Ugh, yeah. I guess I walked into that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Make it too easy, honestly. Walk in the park.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
Boo.
But yeah, my memory is pretty scattered. Frankly, Beth's is too, but she does have a lot of this in her databanks. If you want to question her, I know she's been waiting for you for a long time too. Mostly because she wants to get the hell off the planet.
Yeah, that was the impression that we got.
Yeah. She gets bored easy.
Oh god. So, sarcastic, easily bored, wants to travel. Great, she'll fit right in. Oh. Oh. Is there any chance that you'll know about stuff that's going on in this cycle, I guess? Based on, like, it having happened in other cycles? Or... no, I suppose... You mentioned there being different Raza crews before, right? Like, I see a picture of Zoe on the wall there. I imagine things go I imagine things go a little bit different depending on who's here. Like, fucking Cassian's probably acting different now that he's showing his heir how to do things. So it's probably unreliable. Never mind.
Well, I mean, there'll still be bits and pieces that play the same, or at least rhyme.
Okay.
You're right. The crew does seem to be different each time. I only have the one example, so I couldn't tell you more than that.
Okay. Did they figure out what the fuck was going on with Android? Where they went? What happened? Because all we heard was that, like...
Well, Android was on the crew last time.
Never mind. Fantastic.
She's on the wall too.
Well, at least we know who we're looking for. Yeah, this time some salvage got pulled off the Raza while we were unconscious getting our memories wiped. They took Android along with the salvage.
Huh.
Cassie and Lou trying to track where the salvage and by extension Android went.
That's not surprising. From what I remember, Android was very, very closely connected with Porcelain.
Yeah, who also got taken. That makes sense. Shit. That means we probably need to check with Spectrestar. Shit.
They're very heavily involved in a lot of this. Yeah, Spectrestar is what led the mech to be here, after all.
Shit, yeah, that does make sense. Although Porcelain didn't mention anything about Android, did she? So, not missed opportunity there anyway, but...
I'm sorry, I can't help you too much more with that one.
Nah, it's okay. Nothing else has been easy. Why should this be?
Oh, it won't be next time either.
Oh, goody.
I'm just trying to be realistic.
Yeah, no, I'm...
But wait, how come you... Hold on, how do you have all this information?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, I was there, kind of. Or part of me was.
Didn't you say you were 29?
What's that, crew? Do you want to speak with them?
Wait, what?
I'm going to go ahead and, Dex, if you don't mind, I'm going to channel crew and let him talk for a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to do the talking for him, or shall I?
I'll let you do it.
Okay. Well, let's have whoever wants to make a wisdom notice check, except for V.
I'll give that a shot. I've got pretty good notice.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else has got a higher than +2 on a wisdom notice, but I don't think so.
Is this Is this an entity check? Is this a check that Myokin would not be able to make?
No, Mio can make it also.
Okay.
And it is individual checks, so you are rolling for yourself.
One might say it's akin to an insight check here.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
it is effectively an insight check, yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Can Asta or Natalia roll?
Yeah, sure. We'll let them roll also.
I'll roll for Asta.
Alright. Then Meowkin or Nox roll for Natario. For Asta, it is proficient. For Natario, I'm gonna say no. Oh no.
It's not terrible. I don't remember what the DC is.
Please tell me it's 8.
Alright.
I feel like
It's-
it's not 8.
Yeah, it's not it, and I usually go in evens.
Yep, he does.
Can I actually? Here's my thinking. I'm not trying to hide this, and I'm effectively guiding them along.
Mhm.
Does authority apply to their skill checks?
Not this time. Not this time.
You said Ataria is not, right?
Yeah, it's this is not something that she is particularly. Oof. Okay.
In that
yeah.
in that case, Astra rolled a 9. Can I help her along at all? To see this.
Like an
Well-
8, like roll a charisma connect check for 8.
let me tell you what this is rolling for.
Mhm.
With when you've seen when the crew here have seen entities possess people and then basically take control and start speaking through them, there has
Right.
been a very rigid condition to that. It's the human is this foreign object that is being controlled to speak, and is being used like a tool. This roll was to see if any hint of that is visible, because
Gotcha.
there is still some noticeable difference, shift in stance and manner and all that when crew does take over, but it's subtle because of because V and crew are cool. There doesn't really nobody notices any kind of sign or indication that anything has changed when V starts talking again. Except for, I suppose, intonation and a little bit in the manner, but there's none of the stiffness that you've become accustomed to seeing. And in V's voice, you hear, "What is it you want to know?" Sorry, I shouldn't say it so deeply. What is it you want to know?
What? 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 When were you talking to you?
I am crew.
Oh. Out of character Dex, what have we had about crew again? I know we had some stuff, I can't remember. What exactly?
The first time you've been introduced to crew KRU as a being, as a concept, was when one of the Aldrima boarders said that they would that crew would like to come aboard the ship.
Okay.
Oh, and
Yeah,
and the boarders were saying that crew could help Portia Lynn, basically.
I knew that. I knew there was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Percy's what? Is still coherent enough to work as an opener.
And with that confusion, crew does make himself more visible. You can see glowing around V the very same colors and spectrum that you've become accustomed to seeing of entities, except for Percy. Nothing changes
so
for Percy.
So that clarifies nothing. And Percy just stares accordingly. Like, confused.
But Percy is observant enough to notice that those around him, they're seeing something different. Like Asta is has very clearly become awed by something, and Natario is paying more attention. Something has changed that Percy can't see.
Wait, so what the hell is... Oh.
You have replaced your eyes. You cannot see me.
Hmm. I have a suspicion now, though. Entity?
I am one that has been called Vega. I prefer Iden.
Hmm. Yeah, I couldn't
This
remember the.
has
remember the
less
other name.
negative connotations.
Couldn't remember the other name off the top of my head, but didn't want to go with the negative one. Yeah. So, what's your story then? Crew, right?
True. The Raza that Virgilia is speaking of found me on Onalau.
Hmm. On. Oh no, wow. Huh. Huh. We went there, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we went there. Yeah.
Did you find
Hmm.
Riley?
Riley? Yes.
Confusion ensues. I love it.
Mhm.
Out of
What?
character, you have not been to Unallowed this cycle, and the Riley you found is a different Riley.
Oh shit! I got Onala mixed up with someone else.
Do you want Percy to be not wrong?
Percy would know that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, you know where you've been. And no, you've not
Yeah.
been to Unallowed yet.
Yeah. Onala. No.
Okay.
We have seen Riley, just a different Riley. It wasn't specified, so.
Crew would never mention Riley if I said no to Onala, probably.
Yeah, he didn't ask about Riley if you've not been to Unallowed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's an
Sorry,
Unallowed specific
misunderstanding of
conversation tree.
That would have been hilarious. We'll come up sometime.
When Virgilia says that she has a part of her has been here since for almost 800 800 8,000
8,000, I think.
years.
Yeah.
It is myself.
Right. So is part of her here from the last cycle, and part of her is still there that we've not met yet, and you are making up the rest of her that's here. Have I got that right?
No.
Okay. Well, fuck me, I guess.
By the way, Lulu, Virginia can jump in at any time she wants. She's not. She has not, given herself over to crew. Crew. He says, let's see, what does he want to say here? He'll say.
While you're thinking, can I take a moment to remind Doug and Miokin you're allowed to jump in at any time as well?
Crew will comment that I have traveled through the lineage from Riley from Onalau to Virgilia from Mentora.
Riley from Onala. Do you mean the geneticist?
I think Riley's from Onalau.
Do you mean the geneticist?
Riley was not a geneticist.
Okay, different Riley then.
She was educated as well as Onalau could provide, but
Most geneticists didn't make the cut.
Mm.
So wait, now you say Onalau. Now that doesn't ring any bells.
we will show you later on a sector map where Onalau is located.
It would be important to see, and I'm back on my phone again because internet dropped.
Oh no.
Okay.
Let me turn you down again. Yeah. Good.
God damn it. Hold on.
Yeah. Out of character, I'm not actually like. I kind of expected there to be less questioning and more exposition in the original conversation with V, and now that conversation has turned into another conversation that I'm not sure where it's going. Like I think I think they expect us to have questions. I think they expect us to have questions that we do not have the context to ask.
That's fair.
And Crew's not entirely ready to be all that forthcoming. He said about as much as he's willing to say at this point.
Okay.
And he is going to retreat back to Riley, not Riley. Wow, Virgilia.
Oh, dear.
It's fine. I'm basically Riley.
This is
Sort of.
Which shoots, he could retreat to Riley.
this is this was simply a demonstration of what Virgilia means when she says that a part of her has been here.
Yeah.
Asta has questions if the rest of you don't.
Well, I wanted to ask about Onalau. Sorry, my headset had cut out on me.
Oh, okay.
Because
Onalau.
presumably that doesn't ring any. Presumably that's not any of our charts, right?
I believe it came up in some of the Fiertineru black box data you got as
Maybe.
a destination. Yeah, I think it did. I'm gonna lock that in, because I believe that's correct.
I'll answer.
But I don't know if you would have gotten like a actual positional. Actually, you know what? You should be able to look at the sectors without number. I've been pretty good about updating that when you've found a new place. So let me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on the map somewhere.
What's your player's view?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. 1102.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
So yeah, from the data that you got from the Fiertineru, you were able to pull out the location of Onalau, but not Rudders, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Or even if we did, they would have been useless.
Onalau is a place that provides a certain context to what's going to happen.
Okay, how so?
She's genuinely pausing, trying to think of how to word it.
Crew will
Let's
jump
say
in
it's
if she allows.
What's that?
I said crew will jump in if she allows.
Yeah, go ahead.
This time you guys do notice the very, very subtle shift. You almost made it last time. You got a 9, which was I was looking for a 10 on this. And so this time, now that you know that there's something else happening, you know that there's another voice that can speak through Virgilia. You recognize the very slight increase in tension and stiffness. Very minor though. And Crew says Onalau has been subsumed into the infraworld for as long as I remember. I came through into your world from the infraworld through Onalau.
I see. Okay, so I suppose we have a new next destination. We can go fuck with the impatient later on. This sounds more relevant. More relevant. Yeah, let's go with more relevant.
Or something.
The old Raza crew had gathered information. I can't recall how much study they did at Onalau, but Beth may have some.
Well, this is maybe a topic we should revisit after we have Beth on board. Then, assuming we can unsarcasm her explanation of it.
And I'm going to say we are very quickly approaching Nox's prediction that we'll still be on Mectora at the end of the
Wait, let's
session.
go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We should do that, probably.
oh wow, we also completely skipped our break.
Oh dear.
Does
Yeah, we
anybody
did.
need a break? We're only an hour away now. 45 minutes really.
I can hold out.
I wouldn't mind, honestly.
Do we want to just take a quick fiver?
Yeah, please. It was getting really hard to focus.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no, my apologies. I completely missed. I was trying to watch the time and then got lost in it. So yeah, let's take a quick 5. If you need more, then that's fine. I'll check and make sure that everyone is back before we continue.
Thank you.
Everyone is back. Let me bring us back into frame, and we'll get you off this planet this session. I am set on that. All right, crew's done talking. You get ushered back up to your ship. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like we're forgetting something. Can't have been important.
Yeah.
If it was important, you wouldn't have forgotten it.
Right?
All right, we're gonna jump 4 hexes straight up.
My bad.
Right. Yeah. No. I remember. What it was. We wanted to ask if we could salvage a fighter because that and only that was the thing that brought us here in the first place.
Yeah, but yeah, well, we can certainly. Are there any less advanced fighters they're willing to part with here?
Now remember, the fighters that you got on a list were actually they were known to have disappeared, and unless the person, the information broker that you got this from, knows about different cycles, that'll happen this cycle. So there are advanced ships that have been abandoned in Audrema this cycle.
Do you want me to ask about those? If they're not from Audrema, we might be able to just take them.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were hoping for in the first place. We expected a lot less Audrema, but yeah, no, that would be nice.
Yeah, if they're not, like, Dex, correct me if I'm wrong here, but if those ships they're talking about aren't Audrema ships, then the Audrema would presumably be a lot more willing to just let people have them, right?
Yeah, they don't really care. They've dismantled some of the ships that have been abandoned here because the people with them decided to fight. For their own, study purposes, so they could try and, advance their own tech. But a lot of them are just left floating in space as long as they don't pose a threat to the planet.
Okay, then yeah, I can just like if the location there would be known, I could just point out their location on the system map or whatever.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So let me make sure I'm gathering right. Is V going to try and ask for astronautic data, basically, them counting, or not counting, but monitoring all the various pieces of debris which these ships are included in?
Yeah, and just permission to just let the Raza go salvage one before departing.
You are given permission that the Raza can take anything that isn't in the immediate Audrema orbit, which was kind of an oddity for things that. Oh wait, no, I decided that was dumb and it wouldn't have happened like that. Yeah, no, if it's not in the immediate Audrema vicinity, Audrema being the star, so out to Mectora's outer orbit, then they don't care if you mess around with it. But
and that does include the ships, or?
That does include the ships. You can go salvage any ships that are outside of Mectora's orbit, basically, is what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Those are the words I was trying to find.
Sounds good.
But they are not willing to share their astronautic tracking data with you, so you'll have to find them.
Okay.
Yeah, we can work with that.
Is there anything else that you guys want to do while you're here in Tranquility? You've been given 24 hours. Do you want to stay the full amount of time, or?
I thought we only got an hour.
Oh no,
Oh, that's 24 hours.
yeah, they gave 24 hours.
Okay.
We could go bowling.
We could go bowling.
Good bowling.
Asta adds
That is
alien bowling.
I mean, sure, I guess.
All right, I guess we're gonna go bowling.
That is an activity that strangers do to connect. I guess it is an icebreaker.
What did you expect me to offer?
At this point, I could probably do with some time alone in a dark room to scream for a little bit. But with that not being on the table, yeah, it would be rude of us to drag Asta away from an entire alien planet a day early. So, fuck it, bowling.
Why can't we bowl?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So you're obviously in a post-scarcity situation here. There's
Obviously.
the people here work it again, not entirely unlike Mona. The similarities are surprising to even me. The people here work to make the human society function, but there's no hardship for lack of resources. I won't struggle to even think of why there would be any real homelessness or violence problems, because I mean, then Ajuma's gonna
Soldiers.
step in.
Yeah, like, psychically or however they're linked, super soldiers
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
as a policing force. Yeah, I wouldn't raise a fuss either.
We usually handle most of the problems here, though. It's really fairly peaceful. So, other than the usual personal reasons, there's not much reason for anyone to fight.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you do still have a bunch of fighting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
And
Usually
then,
it's not too bad though.
unless Virgilia prevents it, you are approached by other Tranquility citizens, and they bowl in the lane next to you.
Oh dear.
They
Yeah, I thought
they will strike up conversation. Hi, are you new? Where did you come from? Again, as long as Virgilia doesn't prevent it.
I think she'll step in if she knows the conversation's going a direction that the Audrima would not approve of.
Okay.
But otherwise, we'll take a loose hand with it. So basically, just if she thinks anything's going to cross the line, she'll step in. But otherwise, not being super pushy.
Okay.
I feel like the line is probably somewhere around. Hi, we're the Vaza. Or hi, I'm Percy Cameron.
So, funny enough, as Lulu pointed out early on, some of them know that you're the Raza.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did you
but
say,
that
Nox?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard a Nox.
I just said I see it on TV.
Oh, that was a Meowkin. Okay. Yes. And yeah, no, it's Thank you, Nox. And to your earlier question, Nox, it would not be difficult to grab something from here. Not necessarily sure it would be, make for great tea, but there's doesn't.
I gotta drink something.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of monitoring. Your characters are experienced enough that you see where the surveillance is. and I'm going to backtrack a little bit on. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of monitoring because everything is monitored. That is the Tranquility Network is for the safety of the humans in Tranquility. But it wouldn't be hard to find a blind spot because the network is looking for, you know, big things, right? Starting or somebody figuring out making a gun and running around with it. Not I grabbed a few leaves and seeds. But Viral, I have mechanics for the bowling already prepared.
And we can use them for a session. That's fine.
I don't.
A session. It's fine. Look, I'm just saying, I believe that you have bowling mechanics. One of the best RPG sessions that I ever had involved us betting on sneak racing.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I don't think I would want 8 sessions of it.
The food here is more flavorful than the food you were served as guests at Mona. Less flavorful than the food that you were able to have once you actually went into Mona. It's very organic. Well, it's organic in a these are obviously all GMO sort of way. It's just not mass produced at a farm.
It's not ultra processed.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It is supplemented with what was probably made by some kind of post-scarcity food machine, though. You know, there's bread, we'll call it, along with the non-processed foods. And overall, those of you that are inclined to see things on the positive side, see a fairly good life for the humans living here on Tranquility. Those of you that see things a little more cynical, or somewhere in between, see this as a zoo for humans. Well, a zoo of humans.
No, it's more like a preserve than a zoo.
It actually is. That is exactly. I wasn't even thinking about that. That is exactly what it is more like. It's a free-range preserve for humans. With fences.
Well, yeah.
Gotta have fences, otherwise it's just land.
Enclosed preserve.
Yeah, closed preserve. And unless there is anything else that anyone wants to do or see, you've made Asta very happy. She recognizes the alienness of this, and she is the one that compares it to a zoo, and she's excited by that. That's like, she loves that about this place.
If he calls it that, it's like Virgilia will say, well, it's. I mean, in many ways, it's the oldest preserved piece of human civilization. It's the only one that's ever survived the cycles.
Yeah, she does call it that. She's like I said, that's not a negative when she's saying it.
Yeah.
This is fascinating, amazing. I never would have thought I'd see something like this. Alien caretakers shepherding humans through how many cataclysms? How many end of the world?
This will be the third one, I think.
Too many.
You can kind of see that Asta is spiritually touched here.
She's touched all right.
Interesting. She is charmingly, but perhaps a little bit too much excited about being in the human zoo.
Right.
Eventually, you are returned to the Raza. Sorry, did I cut somebody off?
No. You're good.
Don't think so.
Perfect, Nox. And you almost immediately after returning to the Raza, you are getting a transmission. It's not from the planet.
No?
Oh,
You're being
Are we
hailed, I should
forgetting-
say.
are you forgetting Beth?
You've just gotten back
no.
up to the Raza. I didn't imagine that you were going to explore Beth too much more on the planet. I figured you were waiting until the Raza. Was I wrong?
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just imagining that's what the call was about. Wait,
Uh,
no, you forgot Beth.
Yeah, who is it? What now?
So, are you done yet? It is Beth.
Oh, it is Beth.
Yeah.
Hi, Beth.
You left me here for a whole day on top of the other 7,740 years. That's a lot.
At that point, it's like, what, one more 21,000th of time?
I don't know. You do the math.
I did, very roughly, that was it.
I'm
not an
just
AI.
an AI supercomputer, and I can tell you the exact percentage of time a day is in almost 8,000 years.
Yeah, the exact number is too long, isn't it?
Is Virgilia on the bridge? Have you guys are you guys giving her a tour when you get this transmission?
Let's go with yes, for the sake of narrative
Yeah.
convenience. Yes.
Virgilia, make them take me.
We'll be there soon, Beth.
Fine.
Oh, she's fun.
Is she though?
That is one of the
She's
words.
funny.
Well.
Yeah. I don't know. Is she normally whiny?
Yeah.
Does she come with a mute button?
No.
Oh God. I'm gonna investigate.
Wait, I mean, look at it. Look on the bright side. You could find the other version of her from this cycle.
Then we'd have her in
That-
stereo.
Yeah,
It feels like it would be a
was-
mistake.
Was that meant to be? Was that meant to be encouraging?
Well, she should. I'd assume she'd contact you soon. So maybe.
Yeah, she did through the news. That's why we're here.
Well, no, I mean the other version of her.
No, wait, how does that work anyways? Crew was from last cycle too, right?
Right.
I mean, there's
That's
another crew.
what I actually wanted to talk to you about. We really need to go to Onalau? Because I don't know what'll happen. I really want to find out.
I mean, is that like going to cause the universe to collapse early or something?
I mean, if it does, we can always try again next time.
Look, I'd rather not go through all of this again.
Then we'll say no. I don't think so, anyway.
There's a
Anyway,
a-
I like what you've done with the bridge.
Where is Onalau?
In the northeast.
I'm sorry, Dex. I cut you off there.
That's all right. There's a very faint impulse from crew to be something about wait and we are not wait and no negative that's not us. basically, he is saying without saying, we're not that heavy to make the universe collapse.
Oh.
Crew is making a
Yeah.
joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trying to call you fat, Crew.
So what he's saying,
Oh, but by the way,
What?
Crew, would you like to meet Peru?
what Crew's saying is that the black ships are fat. Got it. That's it. We need to stop by the local Weight Watchers to figure out how to save the universe.
No, I think they tried that.
Oh fuck! Really?
Oh, wait, is there anyone that's existentially heavy enough to do that?
Oh dear.
Well,
I have a worrying feeling that the answer is going to be us, if anyone.
All right, so we have to make sure we don't
Possibly
become.
true.
We have to make sure we don't become immortal, and survive a cycle, and meet our future selves.
that's an interesting idea, though.
Right. So
Could you get a cryo tube to last 8,000 years?
concerning.
I don't know. Maybe.
Concerning.
Oh, you think any of us would be convinced if we met ourselves?
I probably wouldn't. I'd refer you to what I said yesterday about the last thing I need is for there to be another of me right now.
So, but also, by the way, are we all accepting this whole cycles thing?
Uh,
I mean, I did show you the cuneiform tablets detailing the Raza, right?
no.
Is that what
Oh,
those
they-
were?
I did describe them at the start when I was talking about the office.
Percy's been through a lot. bear in mind, the first thing he did in your office was have several whiskies. While
That's true.
trying to understand the concept of cyclical time.
That's fair.
If Crew is brought over to the brig where Prue and Rule are at, then Crew provides to Virgilia kind of a sense of sadness for their plight.
Yeah.
However, I think V would get the impression that Onalau would be a release for them. It would allow the possessing Vega to finally leave those bodies.
Oh,
Right.
Oh.
yeah, right. I guess that's not your. Wow.
Because it would be in the infraworld.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually gonna say let's not go straight to Onalau then.
Well, hold off on saying that because we've got a little bit to go through before we end the session, and at the end of the session or at some point near it, there will be some information packages that you can choose from, and some of those may change the course of what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, V is given a little bit of a tour of the Raza. It bears similarity to the things that what few things got passed down and that V sees, has seen in some data and that Crew remembers. There are some differences.
There's no permanent paint markers everywhere.
Permanent what markers?
The paint that Zoe put.
I forgot about that. Yes, they had a paint war. No, there are no permanent markers, but more than that, there are actual structural differences. This is, to kind of present that the timelines aren't static. These cycles don't occur exactly as they have every time, and also to give some weight to why the Audrima are fixated on Portia Lynn as a consistent part of these events. This Raza has slightly different features than were described for the last Raza. Um,
I spaced out for a second there. What was that with porcelain?
the
Something
I
that's
was
already fixed on her as a
talking
feature.
about differences between the timelines, and the Raza being an example of those differences, because this is a slightly different Raza, and I semi-segued into why Audrema are fixated on porcelain. Well, one of the reasons, and that is because she has been a consistent player in all of the cycles, despite any changes that the universe may produce. That the randomness of the universe may produce, and that randomness is presented by you guys. But porcelain is still always a consistent thing.
It's probably for the best that we didn't shoot her, huh?
Well, there's always next cycle. No,
I mean, there's always next time. There's always next time we see her, depending on how it goes.
And I assume at some point you also make contact with Beth, a little bit more robust contact than We'll Get You Soon.
Yeah.
We probably should.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what? No, this has been a hell of a day. I know it's been longer already. Nobody pointed out. This has been a hell of a day. Percy's gonna let you all do that. I don't have the.
It's really worn
Go
out from
ahead
all the
and let me know.
bowling.
Yeah, it was the bowling. You have understood my exasperation perfectly. It was absolutely, positively, 100% the bowling that did it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one thing that
Even though I beat you.
Virgilia knows Beth brings to the table immediately, aside from the data that she hopefully hasn't completely deleted, is that she's not actually part of Tranquility. She doesn't have a server on Tranquility. She'll broadcast to and sometimes from, but her core is somewhere out in space. And she seems to have infiltrated the comms of any still functional comms out in space, including the mech buoys plural. And so she actually has a real good idea of what all is out there. And if these guys are looking for a ship, she probably knows where it is.
Yeah, perfect. If she's willing to tell them, anyway.
She is, but she wants some concessions.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Fuck, I can't even go out on this ass to not be there. Fuck.
She wants.
We got played, y'all.
She wants to be given full and unfettered access to the Raza.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay,
No.
then she wants full and unfettered access to the ship that you bring aboard the Raza. She very
okay.
quickly moves on from the no. She knew that was not
That's
going.
okay. That's okay.
There are. Hold on. How many hangar bays are there on the Raza right now?
I think it's just one.
I think it's just one, yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember because I think last time there were two. It's just we only repaired one.
There should be only one fighter bay, but there's also the cargo lighter.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you may also be conflating the Fiertinner, which had multiple fighter bays.
It could be.
Yeah, just one ship bay for a fighter. That public now. So you guys had previously decided on the ship that would best suit Shadow. I don't know if you still remember where that thread is.
No.
I believe it's under the. Yeah, there it is. In the discussion channel, there's a thread labeled Rajuon, Shadow Broker.
Yeah.
And you had settled on the stealth bomber at last mention.
Yeah, because it suits her skill set perfectly, I think.
That's fine with me.
So yeah, Beth knows where that is, but she's basically, she wants to be in more than just a box. She wants to be outside. She wants a larger space than the core and the little transmission towers that she's been playing around in.
Okay. We should check with Shadow to make sure that she's okay with having a Warfare AI co-pilot.
Did you say war AI?
Yeah, Beth said that she was like some kind of wartime AI, right? Or
Hell
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
Shadow
just
on
wanted
board
to
with that.
I'm going to lean over and say it's
Yeah.
psychological and emotional warfare.
Yeah, what's the worst that she can do to me?
Oh God, Shadow, I'm sorry.
You said it. Good luck.
So yeah, if you're asking Shadow's permission, she's okay with letting Beth kind of like infest
Okay,
the
yeah.
systems of the stealth bomber.
Infest is possibly the worst way to like. It's accurate, but it's the worst way to describe it.
I know.
Oh dear. Even possessed would have been less bad than that. Hijack? Nope, still less bad.
I mean, you
Commandeer?
could try letting her in your cybernetic systems instead.
No. No, God, no. No.
Now,
No.
to assuage some concerns that you may have, I will say that Beth, as an AI, can't port herself over to the Raza and start taking over. You remember from last cycle, those of you who were here from last cycle may remember that I'm very not down with the AI as written by Crawford. I like. Sorry, go ahead.
I thought you were going to say long range hacking.
Oh,
I'm like,
no,
why is that last cycle? We know that too.
Yeah, I'm very not okay with that either. I prefer the more like sci-fi approach to AI of its it just, I don't know. I'd have to find a touchstone for it, but she's not going to be able to take over the Raza. She'll be able to find a way to get into the comms systems, and rebroadcast, but that's about it.
Okay, we will need to talk with her about the ground rules for broadcasting. That be, don't just broadcast randomly. We're trying to keep a low profile here.
I'm not going to say anything, but I know that's not going to work.
We still need to try. Like, I'm just saying, if we need to threaten her with taking away privileges until she complies, that's a thing that can happen.
I think she'll actually be limited, more limited than that. Because like, oh, sorry, go ahead, Knox.
I was like, can we not like program force that somehow?
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. Is that I feel like specific changes need to be made to the systems to actually allow Beth to inhabit them. So there'll need to be some changes made to the Dark Horizon to allow her to inhabit them as her core. And she's also not going to be able to do anything with your comms systems that that you don't allow. Like, she's able to use all these others because they're open systems. She can use the comms buoy because it's just an open system. Okay. There's some ships out here that she can't use because they got closed or have no power. But others were left in an open state that she can get herself to and broadcast herself into and utilize. So she is the closest that I have to long-range hacking, and she is very limited.
Yeah, and just in case she does decide to go full rampant, we do still have a DAS.
You do still have a DAS, yes. Beth is not a hacking-focused AI.
Yeah, and DAS has proven herself to be the gun brought to a knife fight every single time.
Yeah. So, with that, and I hope I'm not moving too quickly over any Beth conversation you may have wanted to have in that negotiation.
I'm just glad that we're moving on before she makes any more demands.
She honestly seemed, to the more observant of you, she seemed a little bit desperate.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Like, she would have made more concessions if you said no.
Huh. No, we're not douchebags. We're mostly not douchebags.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
We don't bite first.
And that brings us to the part that I wanted to make sure we hit first. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put it into discussion for now. Should it go in discussion or planning? You know what? Oh, it's data. It goes in discussion. Okay. Paste. All right. So Beth does come with some data that was secured by the Raza for the Raza. But as I mentioned, she hasn't been the best at taking care of it.
Yeah, it tracks.
And she'll also note that the story she wasn't the original custodian. She says this all deadpan and sarcastic, but the idiots from the old Raza put all this stuff on a storage device, and it started to deteriorate. She took over before it was all lost. And so here's the list of things that you could get. This is not. I want this to be an out of character decision of what she to decide what she offers to you. The other space detector is already given. She is. That's something that I've already decided she gives to you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, oh, yay.
Yeah,
That's something I've been thinking about suggesting, but it's like, I don't really know thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, indeed. And I thought it would be interesting. You guys can tell me if this creates too much tension between or creates too much of a, yes, the former players were different from the new players. If it creates too much of that, then I will nix this. But I thought it would be interesting if the returning players chose one packet and the newly joining players for this cycle chose one packet.
Okay.
And as you see there, I decided the coin flip goes to the visiting team, the newly joined, which means that Viral, Genja, and Jackal get to decide who picks first.
It is a teensy bit cruel that there are 9 info packets and we only get 2 of them. Just a little bit.
Oh, 3. You get the other space detector for free.
Oh, okay. I did wonder why the. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit more kind. Yeah, 3 out of 9. Yes, more acceptable. Put it this way. The one that we can wave in front of Zoe LaRue and go, "Hey, you did this," as a way to potentially get her back on side. We don't need to devote a pick to that, just so that we can get the story stuff that's attached to that. In addition to, because like that has story attached to the raw information, you know.
Yeah, and I felt like that was one of the least interesting narrative things to pursue, but has good mechanical impact in being able to detect infraworld events. So that's why I picked that as my pick.
Okay. Okay. I think. So. Shit, Genja's not here. I'm the only new person here. Good, that means we discuss it with him. Shit, I should actually ping Genja as well, actually. But yeah, I think we should make our decisions over the course of the week, so that we don't hear each other's groups discussing. With that being said, because the older players may have a more interesting idea, like they may have an idea of what information among this might be useful. I don't want that to bias the decision of the new players, so we will pick first.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that's fair, and I kind of figured that's the way it would go.
Mm-hmm.
I almost typed this in as the new players pick first, but then I decided, you know what? When teams in sports ball win a coin flip, the team that won gets to pick who goes first. So, yeah, I figured I would
fairness,
give you that choice.
If you had just said that the new players go first, I would have pointed out the narrative convenience of exactly this.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, it's about the time that we normally end, actually, isn't it? Should we just think about it over the week?
Yeah, that was my intention, was to go ahead and end the session on this. I will, unless there are any scenes or anything that you want to get into before we end, short scenes preferably.
You know, I actually have a short scene in mind, come to think of it.
Okay, what's on your mind?
Well, I have two in mind. One of them may, like, proliferate a little bit longer than... No, you know what? Actually, no, we could do it. Probably won't be too long. I'd like to go check out on Libra.
Okay.
Actually, like, out of character question, I don't know Libra's interests well enough to, like, get her a present that is something I think she'll be interested in. Percy
Philosophy.
probably knows Libra better from incidental interactions and also lives in the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, she is a big philosophy reader.
I know that much, but like, I don't know what books she has, and also I don't know if just a random philosophy book could be something interesting. And like, bleh.
Well, I could make you roll this,
Yeah, okay.
or I
by the
could
way.
point to the what might be obvious from, well, it's obvious from where I'm sitting as a GM who knows everything.
Acid?
No, you were just on a planet where humans have grown up outside, relatively free from outside contact for 15,000 years. Any philosophy book from there.
Oh, you're so right. And I have actually been
Especially
thinking about
living
this
with
for
the
a while.
knowledge of the time of the cycles.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Yes.
That's a hell of philosophy right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be more than one philosophy book, I think.
Yeah.
Need one of those actually while you're at it.
And because these are all written by humans, the Ajima doesn't really care.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, no, that works. Yeah. How much are you going to ask me for like a book set? Like, you know how like with fantasy novels, for example, you can, once all the books in the series have come out, you can buy them as a set.
Uh-huh.
Something like that, but for like the philosophy works of one author or whatever. How much are you going to charge me for that?
Do they even use money?
I don't think they do. Not the humans. The Ajima have like they've got a lot of money because
Oh dear.
yeah.
Oh dear.
So
If you ask Virgilia, she can just probably ask for those books for you.
yeah, it's like for an exchange of services, you know.
Yeah.
And Virgilia has certainly provided enough to the community that there's no price asked.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that actually.
And it also gives you a little bit of an insight into how Virgilia was perceived by the people of Tranquili. Generally well liked.
Hmm?
So yeah, Percy has.
I think I know why I think I know why the previous Master Crew left you here. You were too good for us, weren't you?
Oh, that would have been. I think crew would probably say Riley was, yes.
Oh.
No offense.
There's
Yeah,
a sense of agreement.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Percy
Yeah,
can
can I say?
have the collected works of one or two competing or agreeing philosophy authors throughout some generations of Tranquility.
Let's go with competing. I think that's more fun.
Okay.
um. Yeah, and I will load them up into like a shoulder bag or something,
Mm-hmm.
and knock on Libra's door.
uh, as is usual for Libra, she does not ask who it is. She simply responds, "Enter."
I shall do so.
Door unlocks and opens at her voice command. She looks like she has gotten some attention to those stressed joints and the fleshy bits that did. There was some damage to the fleshy bits. You were right. I shouldn't. I didn't even think about that. That were pulled apart and stretched in the wrestling.
Hey, how you holding up?
Fortunate for me, healing is much easier than it is for humans. It was. It is always right for me to enter the fray first.
Tactically, I agree, and I'm glad that's how you see it, so that it doesn't feel like I'm sending you into the fray ahead of everyone else. But it's still, I don't know, it feels weird that you're always being thrown into danger first, you know?
As a combat android, I'm able to dull the programmatic sensations of pain. I
Yeah.
believe what I experience still goes beyond the programming. So I appreciate that you have concern.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've just been one of the crew, one of the people here, even before the entities did the whole weird, oh yeah, this one has a soul thing. Uh, and yeah, kind of related to that, kind of related to just, like, I know I asked how you've been lately because you just got beat up to fuck, but I don't know, I haven't checked in with you for a while. Like, we used to talk more, and then shit got super busy with, like, Portia Lynn being a super soldier, turning against Spectre Star, fucking attacking them with us, uh, which brought us into contact with Spectre Star. We've been sniffing around the Megacorps too much for comfort lately, I feel like. Uh, we have fucking Luna here, which I can only imagine how you keep a straight face and stay professional around her. Uh,
She is coming around. Misguided youth is how I would best describe her. But Vector Star
oh, and I say,
Technologies gave her an incredible education that would be a shame to not utilize.
yeah, we were trying to put her in contact with, I think it was some of Vicky's fellow activists to try and figure out if there was some way to, like check for backdoors in your programming. I should check with Vicky and see what's happening on that front. Uh, but yeah, just there's been like so much lately, like so much, and uh, I haven't had a chance to come and just say hi and let you know that I appreciate what you do for us. And then you got beat up in the attack, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right. She's not always going to be here, you know. And also the whole revelation about the from fucking Prue and Rule about the soul thing, or whatever it was they called it.
Oh. Thank you, Percy. It means something to this old android that you think so highly of her. The reminder, she is actually younger than all of you.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know, she knows, I know. But yeah, with all that being said, really, are you okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I know you have Acid and the others to talk to if you want, but I'm just worried that at some point you're gonna crack and we're not gonna realize. So
I do have one
okay.
request for you.
Yeah.
He looks over at she's got a fairly Spartan stuff here. She doesn't keep much around, but she looks over at where there's an unused dresser locked to the wall, and on top of it is a cupcake. And she says, "Koana came by.
Oh.
Please
yeah,
find somebody who can eat that."
Oh, I would.
Well, didn't make it to the fight. I guess it's my turn to take one for the team. Give me just a moment.
She does warn as Percy is looking at Eden, and she says, "Perhaps in over multiple days. I've already analyzed the nutritional content of it, and it is full of koana."
Percy looks like he's making a face as if he's just bit into a lemon, but like with the harsh edges taken off. Like it is, like it's like the hybrid of, oh nice, that's sweet, and lemon. And after a few seconds of full body shudders, he's just like, okay, yeah, that was maybe too big of a bite.
Yeah, apparently Koana tried to, she's trying to take the advice and wisdom of around her, and she tried to take the edge off of how overly sweet she makes everything by adding more sour. She didn't trim back the sugar.
Oh God.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
Oh, so this is just like tastes like pure sugar mixed with citric acid.
Let me paint the picture. Koana was brought up on a planet where everything could give you your appropriate nutrition. She still believes that this should be so. She refuses all evidence to the contrary. And she is also in charge of birthdays on the ship. Along with us, she is in charge of birthdays on the ship. She is in charge of birthday cakes on the ship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certainly lemon, and it's certainly a lemon drizzle cake. Oh, right.
Moderation is not her strong suit.
Yeah, it's part of her charm, but it's also part of her charm. But anyways,
Right.
yeah, the other thing that I came here for was yeah, and Percy puts the cupcake down, swings the bag off of his shoulder, and hands it over to Libra. I figured you would like these. Picked up on the planet.
She takes the bag. The first comment is physical books. I approve.
Physical books from a planet which has been through the time reset stuff they were talking about, and therefore has a culture that has developed over 8,000 years of shepherding by an alien race. Human written philosophy books.
Oh yeah, she starts taking them out with a little bit more emotion than you're, used to seeing from Libra. And she immediately starts stacking them and then rearranging them in the order in which she wants to read them, which is mostly by chronology. But a quick assessment of the title and the back of the book, she has some of them out of order.
Good for her.
And you got competing. She mostly goes from one philosophy to the other, but again, not she's making some assessments of what will be the best path through this philosophy journey.
Yeah. This out of character, I assume this is going to be the preliminary read, which she's trying to optimize as much as possible, but it's going to be the preliminary read so she can figure out what order she actually wants to read them into, digest and absorb it.
Of course, of course.
and then she's going to start cross comparing with her other books because, of course. But yeah, Percy sees that she's getting super into the adventure of the books, and just I'll leave you to your books then, yeah.
Thank you, Percy. This was very kind.
Of course, like I say, I don't think we appreciate you enough. Enjoy. And he waves over his shoulder as he's heading out.
All right. That is certainly a nice scene to cap the session.
Honestly, I've been wanting to do this ever since someone pointed out that Libra is working alongside Luna, who used to program emergent personalities out of androids like Libra, who has an emergent personality.
Yeah. Well, to identify them and try and help figure out how to remove them. Yeah.
Basically the same thing. She basically has snitch for people that are doing that, which is, if anything, worse.
Yes. I would agree with you there.
Yeah, basically since someone pointed that out, I thought, man, Libra's must be so fucking stressed and have been meant to do something like this, but it's just, as I say, one thing and another and another.
Well,
and I have liked Libra more or less since we met her, and both of us were like the protectors of the groups, visibly glowering at each other as the rest of the team were just looking at each other. Like, both looking like, this is my group of people, if you try and start shit, I will end you.
Yeah.
And I was back at the point where a fair fight as well.
Yeah. Well, that was a fantastic session. I'm going to go ahead and put the stream ending card up because I want to get a little bit of review, and I know that I'm taking you a little bit past. We also started a little bit late, and that was my fault.